Buckle up, enjoy the ride. We're on the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Will someone sell their soul, and who will come out on top in this insane structure? Will you enjoy Trishy Tippy time? And who survives the unsanctioned fight between Sami Zayn and KO, two of Canada's finest, all coming from Toronto? This and so much more to be discussed, and possibly what if. Tonight on City Predicting, as we look into the Elimination Chamber from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Welcome to the discussion. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again back to the Predicting. I've been tongue-tied because I've been on the air for 2 hours now, but you know what this is. I'm Noah Foster, along with a wonderful panel of friends in all things wrestling. Shout out to W Fam. We got the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. Subscribe. Rage of Wrestling, Mr. Reliable, ... multitasker himself, Walter Cruz. Both our favorite panelists and friends of the entirety of the prediction leagues, and honestly, the prediction community, the Dominguez, Arlene and Emmanuel. And right in the middle of the soiree, it is the pre-birthday man himself, and also great friend and fan, and somebody with a deep connection with two particular people in one match, Jeff Mutter even Meacham. Gentlemen and lady, good to see you once again. Also good to see everybody in the chat, and thank you all for tuning in. Safet, Daniel, good to see you. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend, especially subscribe to this guy. Again, if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal the passions. It's as simple as that. You'll find the PayPal links in the description down below, and let your predictions be known as we go for the matches. And of course, your opinions matter. So join the league today. You'll find it on my social medias. You'll find it on NoDQ, and you will find it also in the chat here too. So again, let's have some fun and get ready to go right into this. So here we go. Let's get everyone's thoughts real quick before we get right into it. We'll just go right around the horn, and we'll start with this guy. Not that this guy experienced, but please subscribe to him too. Good gentleman. JJ, good to see you once again. Here we are, the last up before WrestleMania. How you feel about the Elimination Chamber this weekend, pal?
It's good to be seen. This is going to be a really good show. Lots of great matches here tonight.
We love you, Chris.
I'm really looking forward to the show. I think if it was up to me, though, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. But it's gonna be a really good show, really great show.
You know you're in JJ's good graces when he roasts you on air. Again, shout out to Christopher Rods for my fellow horse prediction. Chris, take care of my prayers or passions always. But yes, JJ, it's gonna be a great show. And Chris, love you, man. Always a good spirit. But yeah, thank you.
We always say that if we don't take the time to make fun of you, we don't give a damn about you.
Accurate.
So,
quote unquote, Jeff Meacham. All right.
Just replace damn with the F word, but we're not 5 minutes in yet, so.
Oh, we will be soon enough. Shoot. I'm sure we'll hit every word that a sailor says and then some with interest. But all right, JJ, thank you for that. And again, Chris, nothing but love, brother. Please follow him, folks. All right, let's go ahead and get some words from one of our favorite Dominguez. Calls himself the greatest game night champ. Was then. It is, of course, Emmanuel Dominguez. Emmanuel, good to see you. How you feel about Elimination Chamber?
Doing good. I'm the greatest because I'm the longest. It hasn't been defended yet. So Great Cherry can't claim that he's the longest. Like he only defended once, and that's it. That's it. So
fair enough. All right, simply put.
But Chamber, I kind of like it's like on paper it seems like it's predictable. A lot of people think that like it's like pretty easy after this, but I think they're pretty much wrong. I mean, like they could, have that curve that nobody sees because they see like the straight path, and then they go whoop. Like I didn't see that coming. Just like Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, like nobody saw that coming, and if people complain like, what's the doing? But that was a great idea because he had the momentum. A lot of people are catching on. The casual fans love him. So who's gonna rule the casual fans or the internet wrestling community? I rest my case. Move on.
All right. Case dismissed. That being said, thank you for that, Emmanuel. Also, yeet to my brother from another mother, and of course the brother to this brother. It is Jeff Meacham. Jeff, been a moment. Good to see you here on City Predicting, my friend. And I know you're looking very for this chamber for a number of reasons, as you have been on this road to WrestleMania. It's good to have you back, part of the fun once again. How you feeling about this Saturday?
Checking the clock. You're fucking right. I'm ready. No. Anyway,
Right on time.
no, I am hyped. So I was on the No DQ review earlier, and I have my DDP heart monitor, and I went from blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. Son went into his spiel about the Rock scenario and went up to green, even into purple. I started getting to red. I'm like, okay, I'm having a heart attack. I better settle the hell down. I am always hype on the road to WrestleMania. No, you know that. JJ, everybody in here knows that. But this year, the Elimination Chamber is special. It's on a special day. I have the day off at work, so I get to be here with you guys and all the shenanigans, literal shenanigans, and the pay-per-view, the premium live event. So I am here for this weekend. I am here. I have come to predict, and Saturday I will show up to watch a man we cannot see do a thing we could not possibly perceive before Saturday. That's my prediction so far. We'll go more later.
Well, eloquently put, and I look forward to more on that. That being said, as always, she's become pretty much one of the ladies of the predicting community at this point. Of course, the lady of NXT last year. Sorry, JJ. And shout out to Arlene Dominguez's with a $5 super chat to the Dominant Dominguez. And I wonder who that steered to. Now, is it steered to that guy or that guy or that guy? Me? Talk more about that later. But thank you as always. But it's good to have you back, Arlene. Arlene, how are you?
To answer Arlene Dominguez, I did pretty good. I must say that when we were talking about that pay-per-view, I was telling my brother, I was like, you know what? Someone's gonna use that championship. My brother could attest to this. And he's like, really? Do you think it's the tag teams? I was like, no, I think it's gonna be the NXT championship. And you know what I should have done? Go with my gut. I should have gone with my gut and changed that one. But other than that, I was 4 for 5, so I was pretty happy. So I'm just saying.
Oh, well, good deal. Okay, so bragging aside, how you feeling about Saturday, though, Arlene? That hasn't happened yet. Score right now, 0-0, folks.
We don't talk about WWE. I'm more better at NXT. We've established that. We've established that already.
That's the case with NXT.
So we don't talk about how I'm doing in the predictions league in WWE. But besides that, I actually hope it ends on a cliffhanger. I think it should end with Cody and Rock, just because like I think it should end up with the cliffhanger. Like maybe Rock challenges Cody at the WrestleMania and he has to defend it both nights. He says, I have you for night 2, so he has to defend it twice. So at least in the first night, he probably won't lose it, or maybe he will lose it, and then you get whoever wins night 1 against Rock. So it could go either way. So you never know.
It may be a premonition or a pre-prediction. And now Jeff's thinking. Everyone's going to be thinking here soon enough, if not already. But thank you for that, Arlene. Subtle and humble in bragging, as always. Before we get to man real quick, let's go ahead and get to the most reliable man here, part of the predicting community, and literally the Super Reliable Studios. And he's probably multitasking. God bless him. And I believe in everything he does. Walter Crew, it's good to see you once again. How you feel about this chamber?
Feeling great. Looking forward to it. It's not as predictable as people think. I'm gonna give a couple surprise picks, so looking forward to talking about it. But I love it. I love this in between pay-per-view from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, because it's gonna have so much indications of what's gonna happen to WrestleMania. So let's just go.
Yeah, fair enough. And it's only one in between. Ain't that some crazy nonsense? Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. Like I said, ever since we started the Paul Trish Becker last year WrestleMania 40, WWE has regained my interest as a fan once again. And it really has been some compelling television and storytelling, although one show's been more, easier to follow than the other. And it seems like we've teeter-tottered now to the other side since then, especially with this new era on Netflix. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this too. But yeah, I think without further ado, the community, fans, friends, family, professional wrestling fans, enthusiasts too, gentlemen and ladies, let's get into it. And shout out to Natalie, by the way. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Elimination Chamber this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, start time from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We have 4 matches and a segment. But this segment might be the biggest talking point of the night based on what happens and what some people might be thinking. But we're going to go ahead and keep things rolling per usual when it comes to these shows, starting off with a match, and I figure it makes sense. And sorry, it's kind of the same thing pretty much as the Royal Rumble. One, I think, is more underwhelming on paper than the other, but might surprise us from performance factor. But let's go ahead and start off with a match from the very show itself. Let's start with the Women's Elimination Chamber. Here we have our 6 qualified participants in this year's chamber, where the winner will face Mommy, Rhea Ripley, or Io Sky for the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Your field is Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Bayley, and that is not Photoshop, folks. That is NXT's, still to this point, the prodigy Roxanne Perez. Each woman, of course, qualified, winning singles matches and triple threat matches, of course. And, of course, some of these women have previous Elimination Chamber experience, while others are going in for the first time. Shout out to Statboy Mikey for this fun little stat for you right here. Of course, Bianca Belair was last year part of the final 3, along with Liv Morgan, lost to the man, Becky Lynch. Sorry, JJ. Of course, it's Roxanne Perez's debut, but she is all about making history. Naomi, well, she's in it again. Alexa Bliss, previously swinging in the chamber at one point, came back at the Royal Rumble. Now this is her first big chance. And Bayley, who's done absolutely everything, could find herself going back to WrestleMania pursuing gold. Can she make it 2 years in a row? We'll see. From the Royal Rumble to the Elimination Chamber. How fitting. All right, so y'all know how this goes. Of course, one person will start up, but because this is a marquee match, everyone will get their thoughts in. And due to Share Riff's madness, you guys get 2 pits because it's a multi-person field. You got a primary worth 2, a secondary worth 1, but wait, there's more because he's also a madman. You have to pick who gets eliminated first for a bonus point. So up to 3 bonus points are at grabs if you can guess this correctly. Good luck to everybody. Walter, you start this one off. What are your 2 picks and who you think gets eliminated first? Good luck.
Bailey gets eliminated first.
Damn.
I feel like she has the least, like, she has nothing to gain by. I mean, obviously you have something to gain, but in terms of storylines, like, she doesn't have anywhere to go, and I think her rivalry with Roxanne is what's going to keep it going. So I think Roxanne's going to end up eliminating Bailey to keep their rivalry going on NXT. So Bailey first. My primary pick is going to be Bianca. And then the secondary, I'm going to surprise everybody, but I highly doubt, I just want to be different. I highly doubt this is going to actually happen. It's going to actually be Roxanne Perez. Because I just don't want Liv or anyone to win. I just don't want to go with the status quo on this one. And I'm hoping that we can get some kind of surprise like that. Because she's carried the NXT division, and that could be a good way to get her to the main roster if she won the chamber and gets that title shot. So that would be me. That would be the way I would do it. But yeah, Bianca, and then you're gonna end up getting the whole rivalry of what happened with Jade. So Bianca, I think, will be my main pick.
All right, fair enough. The EST has done absolutely everything, undefeated at WrestleMania, gold vacations each time except last year at 40. But in her illustrious career, she's never won the Elimination Chamber. And a shout out, by the way, to the 27 that have put in their predictions in so far, including but not limited to Kayla, Charlene, the Oof Men, Kimberly, Brandon Offer, Big G, Sean Garner, Dwayne Atkinson, Colin, Matthew, Daniel, Bacon _ space. That's the best name ever. Richard Morales, Caroline Scott, Sienna, among others. Thank you all so much. And he dropped out. He must have had a call. All right. Well, he set the ballot and he's back just like that. He's back. Nah. That being said, all right, JJ, before I talk a little bit about what the universe here is figured about, let's go ahead and pick your mind, my friend. So he set the ballot with his elimination being Bayley and his 2 picks being Bianca and Liv, Roxanne in that order to go against status quo. I can see why he did that. Do you agree or disagree, or what are your thoughts? Go ahead.
Well, as is tradition here on Simply Predicting, I am speaking for 2. So let me go ahead and give my daughter's thoughts first.
Please do.
So Natalie feels that the first one to get eliminated, she agrees with Walter, it's going to be Bayley. Her primary pick is the goddess Alexa Bliss. And her secondary pick is Liv Morgan.
Ooh, that's an interesting contrast.
Okay. It is. So, As much as Walter feels like he shocked the world by giving Roxanne Perez as his secondary choice, I'm going to shock the world even further. I'd ask if everyone is sitting, but I know that everyone is. So my primary pick for this is Liv Morgan.
Jeff just fell over.
Because everybody knows how I feel about Liv.
Exactly.
But I look at this and I think to myself, no, not What a Wonderful World, but Liv and Rhea deserves Mania. Everything they've been through over this past year, Liv and Rhea deserve Mania for that final nail in the coffin. Now, some of you guys out there may be asking, but Renegade, Liv and Raquel just won the tag titles. That means that the women's tag titles won't be defended at WrestleMania. They already make those belts feel like piles of Triceratops shit from Jurassic Park. So how do we make them relevant?
Interesting dinosaur choice.
It's 2 nights. Liv and Raquel defend them on night 1. Liv fights Rhea on night 2. Cody, Seth, Roman all pulled double duty last year.
Yep.
And as much as I can't stand the fucking toothpick bitch, I think Liv can do it too. I think she can do double duty.
Okay.
For as much as I'm giving her shit, I'm also giving her backdoor compliments. So take it with a grain of salt and run with it there.
I don't know. All I heard was Liv at backdoor, and I got distracted. Go ahead.
Okay, she's not wearing the Daisy Dukes, Jeff.
Oy vey.
Noted.
So my primary is Liv Morgan. My secondary,
Deep breath.
I think my secondary, I'm going to go with Walter here and go Roxanne Perez.
All right.
I don't really think she's going to win. But the only other person that would make an iota of sense would be Alexa. Because everybody else, at least in my opinion, has a clear-cut path to Mania. We're probably going to get Bayley versus Roxy. And we're going to get some combination regarding the Jade thing, whether it's Jade versus Bianca, Jade versus Naomi, triple threat, Jade and Bianca versus Naomi and question mark. Those two are going to be in that match. As much of a fantasy match, as Bianca versus Rhea is, it's not going to happen at Mania because of the storyline.
All right. Fair points.
And I want to make a bold prediction here, and I know this isn't part of the predictions that we're doing, but I want to make a bold prediction that the first person to enter out of the pod is going to be Roxanne.
I remember he talked about this.
She was number 3 in the Rumble. She'll be the 3rd one in the Chamber. She was the next to last one in the Rumble. She'll be the last one pinned if she loses.
I mean, again, the prodigy always rises the promise. She is the history maker. She's the trailblazer. She's the women's locker room leader across all of WWE, in my opinion, the most effective, active worker. So it's a very fair analysis. It's one of those things where I do think Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, because they carried Monday Night Raw for the past year, just call it what it is. Yeah, I think they do deserve that WrestleMania moment. Why Liv has not really had that, and Rhea has had it on countless occasions against the Queen Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. and why Bianca and Rhea is a dream match for many. Big what if, ... who's the best. You're right in what the stories could be, why we don't know how we're going to follow this GPS to WrestleMania. So I
And yes,
understand.
to Safet's point, he's putting or Io, but let's all be real. Nobody in this room thinks Io Sky is winning on Monday night. Love her, but she ain't winning.
Yeah, I mean, just
It's not happening.
Pull the curtain back. I understand where you're coming from, but yeah, it's just one of those things.
Shane McMahon showing up on Raw and becoming World Heavyweight Champion is more likely than Io Sky winning the women's title.
I don't know if I would go that far. The man tore
I
his
would.
quad for Pete's sake in 39. He couldn't even wrestle the Miz. You kidding me?
He was
All
able to
right.
walk into an airport room and have a meeting with Tony Khan.
He wasn't wrestling. There's a difference between walking and wrestling. Then again, never mind. We're going down a dark road. Anyway.
He was able to go to the Super Bowl and walk upstairs, and then stadium steps is no joke.
Yep.
I wouldn't know.
I know.
You don't do sports.
Damn
but
right
Jeff
I
has
know.
been in that building.
Okay, then. But I could also climb flights of stairs. I mean, I do it on a 6th-floor building all the time. So there you go. From ground, usually.
Not
All
for
right.
this year. Never mind.
I was like, wait, what? I did not.
I was thinking about the
SoFi. Yeah, I know.
About to say, yeah. Botch. About to say, he
No.
saw the freaking Eagles destroy the Chiefs. What? Anyway.
If I was at that Super Bowl, you'd still be hearing my screams of fury now. Just saying. Just saying.
Fair enough. Okay. So that being said, Emmanuel, on you. Your 2 picks, and who's your first to be eliminated? Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not gonna crap on JJ, but like, can we look at the stats again, Noah? Just for a second.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for
Because
that.
that's gonna show you. I gotta show you something. Liv Morgan, 6 appearances, no wins. She's due for a victory. Of all the women in the picture, you have a babyface Rhea, and who's gonna be the heel? Not. As much as people are saying, like, oh, it's Bianca versus Rhea, is like, okay, but so are you saying Bianca's just gonna ignore the attacker of Jade? She's not gonna want redemption for a party partner and move on just like that? Oh, don't worry, I know you, Jay. You're gonna take care of business against the mystery attacker. I gotta do my own thing and ignore that everything happened. That's not her character. She knows she wants that revenge for that did it. So in logic, I have to agree with JJ. Like it has to be Liv Morgan, sadly, as number 1, and Roxanne Perez as number 2.
They're the only heels in the match.
Yeah, exactly. And it'd be a great way to push Roxanne as the main banner right away. Like, wow, like a rookie wrestler just straight out of the gate in main eventing the WrestleMania and possibly winning the women's title just like that. That's the prodigy for you.
And it's also the power of my NXT.
Yeah, exactly. Hear me out. Alexa Bliss, I'm not sure if she's gonna feud with Raquel and Liv for the tag team titles with Nikki Cross. Like, I mean, that's a possibility. I'm not sure that's the plan. Like I said before, Bayley versus Roxanne. That's just shoe in WrestleMania match that should happen in WrestleMania. And then you have the Naomi and Bianca feud. Like where they're gonna place. Like, I don't think they like I said, like if Naomi's the attacker, then he has to face Jade eventually, or maybe just Bianca versus Naomi in WrestleMania, for all we know.
Right. Sounds like to me that regardless, you think that the Jade, it was me all along, attacker is going to be revealed maybe even this Saturday, because to what people thought was going to happen on Monday, we still don't know. So it is one of those things where that definitely throws a monkey wrench in at least 2 women's plans towards WrestleMania. One that's been far more successful at WrestleMania than the other, too. But I do get what you're saying. And I agree with the consensus when it comes to Bianca Belair, she should be WrestleMania, but again, the Jade storyline throws a monkey wrench. So what do you go with? You go with Liv Morgan. Heel versus face. How many heels do you actually have in here? Although I've seen mutual respect bouts work before. Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley was literally that at last year's WrestleMania. And Becky was sick while Rhea almost had a freaking panic attack. And they still gave a great match despite Michael Cole not handling the Midwest. You freaking lightweight pussy. But anyway, it's one of those things, though, where I think Liv Morgan definitely is the best pick for this. But as far as the biggest money match at WrestleMania outside those two, I would go with Bianca Belair still as my second because I do think Bayley Roxanne is going to stand deliver. But that's just my opinion. Now let's go ahead and get Jeff Meach's opinion. It's been a long time, brother. Jeff, just put a consensus, the primary pick overall for everybody out of the 27, they picked Bianca over at 50% of them. So everything else was kind of minimal. Second up was Liv Morgan. So what's your thoughts regarding the Women's Chamber? Your two picks, who gets eliminated first? Seems like the overall consensus for first is still Bayley.
As you said, it's been a while.
They're not copyright. Good song.
Yes, yeah. All right. I have not yet seen the tag title main event from Raw. Who ate the pin?
Naomi.
Naomi.
Okay. No one's surprised.
Well, no. I had a working theory, but I didn't know that Naomi ate the fall, so that's fine. First out's Bayley. And again, I'm not going to say, unfortunately, because you know what? She's a Bay Area girl. She was freaking rooting for the Sharks, and she's rooting for the Warriors. So whatever. No. Just on that. Very personal. And you know what? I can't hate on the Sharks. They're dead last in the league. I got to pick on somebody from up there. Bayley gets the hate.
Somebody's got to represent championships up there, and it just happens to be the former Davina Rose.
This is valid also because even the Warriors are taking a nasty fall from grace, and the Sharks haven't been above anything graceful.
Damn.
They choke on their own stick. It's in the logo. It's in the logo, people. So Bayley's first out by Roxanne. They'll continue their storyline going into WrestleMania weekend in Vegas. My secondary pick is going to be Alexa Bliss. I'm not in the prediction league, so I'm just going to be contrary.
Yeah.
Agent of Chaos, baby.
Someone has to be.
My pick was going to be Liv before the show, and it still is going to be Liv. And as far as primary pick, I will say I would love it just to piss every single person off between March 1st and April 19th if we still don't find out who the attacker is.
Nah.
And then hang on. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm firmly convinced we're going to find all the cards going to be on the table after my birthday. I'm convinced of it. But wouldn't it be something if, as you mentioned, Liv and Raquel are the tag team champions? If they defend on night one, in the rematch, the automatic rematch clause against Naomi and Bianca, and that's when Jade returns, and that's when we find out what happened. Because my pick will also be Bianca to win the chamber. And then she's challenging on night one and is motivated to win the title on night two when Jade reveals that Naomi attacked her. Those two go one-on-one. Bianca wins on night two to become the champion. So that's the fly in my ointment. Like, I really want to pick Liv because I think I agree with the consensus. Liv and Rhea deserve that big grand stage. As grand a stage as the Raw debut on Netflix was, I was there, I'm biased, I don't give a shit. It deserves a WrestleMania moment. It really does. It's been the most prolific women's feud in the last calendar year in WWE, without a doubt. So she is my primary pick, but I will throw the earworm at everybody that maybe, just maybe, Bianca will get the shot because Naomi and Jade are going to settle their shit individually at WrestleMania.
Yeah, again, Bianca and Rhea. When I look at these six women, Bianca and Rhea is the match I want.
Yes.
But I also think it comes down to, with all due respect, Jade Cargill WrestleMania ready. Again, she was in a trios match last year, so I think she was very well protected, but she's still very green. Better, but green. So, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, I'm skeptical on Jade Cargill's single presentation on the grandest stage of them all.
The other thing to consider with Liv being in the challenger role on night 2, Liv Morgan, Vegas attire. I'm here for it.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Former
Jeff.
Hooters girl. I'm just throwing it out there.
Jeff.
No,
She
I
should
will
come
not.
out in her old uniform.
Huh?
Jeff.
What happened?
She
JJ.
should come out in her old uniform.
What the hell?
There we go. Have Chelsea Green defend the U.S. title and hers have Liv challenge for the women's title. And there we go.
This is
Brilliant
not-
booking. That's brilliant.
I prefer whatever Bianca's gonna wear.
Valid
Not
too.
my
That's valid
light
too.
district. You all are going down a dark road worse than hentai corner in Tokyo. Stop it.
Just wait till
Nope.
Jade gets her WrestleMania debut.
Hey, you know what? Though, know what? If it was in Tokyo, it would get 5 stars because Meltzer would rate the outfits too.
This is probably accurate. Oh, what's it? This has gone wrong. This is so wrong.
Boom! Suck the air out of that room, boy. Anyway, carry on.
Oh, man, that just sucked the air out the room. Anyway, freaking Meltzer on a WWE City predicting comment. Oh my gosh, a new achievement.
Rating female outfit. So there you go.
Well, I mean, you shush. Put on
Clip
shows.
it, James.
He does not need. He has enough work as it is, bro. Man, what do you gotta say real quick before we go to Arlene and finish this?
Yeah. What to say? Like I forgot to tell you who I think is gonna get eliminated first. That's a botch of mine, but I think Alexa Bliss is gonna get the first one being eliminated first because remember, like she still has the Fiend. She could turn off the light and switch that mentality into the darker side of Alexa Bliss, and you know, look what happened. Like everybody ganks up on her, and that's how she gets eliminated. Everybody does her finisher, protecting her strong, and she took all those finishers and still standing up like there was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair because the Fiend again, he was pretty much indestructible and unstoppable. So that's fair. I didn't even figure about that honestly when it came to the fact that she does have those roots connections with the Fiend. So good point.
I do like the idea of her and Nikki teaming up too, since the White Six really haven't done a whole lot, and like her not being part of the Six, but still being aligned, like a soft alliance with them because she still has that tie-in with Bray.
Yeah, I can see the Sister Abigail mental warfare starting up right here, despite the fact brand split LOL. One's on SmackDown, one's on Raw, transfer portal LOL. But yeah, fair points though,
Both
guys.
are
Fair
on
point.
SmackDown, I think.
What?
Alexa's been on SmackDown, and the Wyatt Six got moved.
Oh, they did. Jeez, that's how long they've been gone. That's how much I didn't even know that they were moved because I thought they were literally the Raw stable. Damn.
No,
All right.
because the Final
That's why
Testament got broken up because of AOP and Ellerine's release, and the Wyatt Six got moved during the transfer portal.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
the Miz was like thinking that he was glad that he got rid of the Wyatt Six, and he's like, no, you're going to SmackDown too. So that's why he's trying to get someone to align with him.
And then
that's
and
fine.
then his first night he tried to get Theory and Waller to align with him, and then they got moved to Raw.
Brand split. LOL. All right, Arlene. You can go ahead and close this out. Overall, the highest potential of first eliminated. Everyone picked Naomi at 33%. Second up was Roxanne Perez. I think that was the non-NXT aware crowd. And then third was Bailey. Just put in perspective about first eliminations. But go ahead and give your thoughts. Your 2 picks and your first to be eliminated. Go ahead.
Oh, you know me with my crazy theories and my
Here we go.
craziness.
Okay, but you
He
can't
already
pick
needs-
for Thea Hale to get eliminated. She's not in the match, damn it.
That name out of here.
With that
Follow her
said,
on Instagram, Chaotic Coffee Victors.
with that said, I just I would also want to just to point out something before I went into my picks. I think it's funny that a lot of people were complaining about how Liv was not having any matches for her title. Yet it's been almost over a month since Rhea has won the title on Netflix and has yet to defend that title, and yet no one's complained about it.
Hold that
Didn't
thought.
she defend us in the main event?
Yes, you did against Nia
Okay.
Oh,
Jax.
she did? Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, then never mind.
Hey,
Forget
you
what I
know
said.
what? I don't blame you for forgetting that. It was forgetful.
Yeah. But with that said, either way, like one title, she hasn't really showed up on Raw defending it. So I mean, and maybe not a lot of people were aware of Saturday. I forgot about Saturday, honestly, and I watched it. So, that's saying something too, because like it wasn't that memorable. Anyways, I actually, in between two people in getting eliminated for being the first eliminated, I have Naomi and I have Bailey. And the way they've been booking Naomi, I think Naomi's gonna end up getting the first to be eliminated. And only because she ate the pin on freaking Raw, which I think that if they're going the heel route, Naomi, I think that should have been her breaking point. What's the whole point of her pushing Jade and getting into that title picture just so that she could eat the pin? I think it should have been Bianca to eat that pin. Her get mad at Bianca's like and say, you know what? I didn't hurt Jade just so I could lose this title. That's how you do that's how I would have done it. Personally.
This doesn't sound crazy.
Naomi
This
eating
actually
the
sounds
pin
brilliant.
makes me think, huh? What's that?
No, continue.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something. That's how I would have booked it. But the fact that Naomi ate the pin is just making her heel turn. If this is where it's going, like to me, it doesn't make sense because in I would have been like, man, like I pushed her and I still ate the pin. I don't know. I just like I think I honestly think that they're changing who attacked Jade. I don't think like they noticed Bianca and Naomi have been getting all this and they've been doing a lot of TikToks together. I thought it was very interesting that Bianca says that she's not answering neither of their calls. Or I don't know if it was SmackDown or Raw, but I found it interesting that they said that she hasn't been answering any other calls.
It was
So
on Raw just right before the tag title
okay,
match.
thank you. So for me, that I found that interesting because why wouldn't she answer Bianca's calls? I can understand if Naomi was the one that pushed her, why she wouldn't answer her calls, but why isn't she answering Bianca's calls? I found that very interesting. So I think, and this is where I'm gonna go crazy, because I was with Jeff. What if it was a plan between Bianca and Naomi to get rid of Jade? Because Bianca was pulling all that weight when they were a tag team. And they fake this where Naomi pushed her, making her look the concerned one. That way, when she appears, you can explain why she doesn't have to be in the title picture. Because it was both of them that were in on it. So I would have it like a handicap match, 2 against 1, or maybe Jade gets a partner. Who as a partner would she get? I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Gordon Grace.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, JJ.
That was
Jade Cargill could get. Oh,
Wrong game, man.
yeah.
Bot.
But for me, it
That
just seemed kind of interesting that she said that. So it makes me think like, why would she answer Bianca's calls unless she knew that Bianca was some way involved? Because I can understand her not answering Naomi because Naomi was the one that pushed her. But
So you see that playing implications with the chamber, at least as far as your winner goes. But it sounds like to
I
me
agree
you're
with that's why I agree with JJ. I mean, not JJ, Jeff. That I don't think they know where they're going with this. I don't think they had a clear set, but now that they saw that the fans really like Naomi and Bianca, they're like panicking. They don't know what to do because I think they should have done it on Monday night and revealed it there. I think they're like Jeff. They might end up revealing it till WrestleMania. I don't think it's gonna happen in Elimination Chamber because I think it's going to get lost in the shuffle between The Rock, supposedly Randy Orton's coming back on the Elimination Chamber. It's too many things. So I don't think we're not going to find out till either a week before WrestleMania and they book this match on the fly.
okay.
I think they originally were supposed to reveal it on that SmackDown, but The Rock kind of spoiled everything, and they're like,
when
we
you got
got to
19
pivot for
minutes
it.
to say I want your soul, I mean, you kind of, had to cut the fat somewhere.
So that's my pick so far. I think Naomi's going to eat the pin just because she's been eating the pins. They've honestly booked Naomi like crap lately. Like the one that's usually doing all the I don't know if even Naomi's been doing most of the pins or if it makes sense more that Bianca's because they're trying to create her as strong to be up against Rhea. But to me, I feel like the way they're booking Naomi, I think she's gonna end up being the first one to eat the pin.
All right, so your 2 winners.
Second person I think is going to win I think it's gonna be Alexa Bliss, just because she hasn't been in the title run in forever. We've already seen Bianca in the title picture before. Bailey's already been. I mean, I don't honestly think Roxanne's gonna win. I think they have other plans for her. Honestly, I would like her to face Bailey at WrestleMania and maybe have Izzy Moreno show up and help Roxanne win, just to rub it in Bailey's face that her two biggest fans.
Yeah, here we go.
Like,
Turning somebody else again. You said
and,
good, Thea. You brought this on yourself.
Well, I
and
know
you know,
Roxanne. I know Izzy is going to be in Vegas that week.
and she's gonna
been
be in
booked at a
Vegas. I'm
show.
just saying. I'm just saying, and she could have easily bought a ticket. Yeah, that's true too. But anyways, like, and first, I honestly hope it's Bianca. If it's Liv, I hope she wins WrestleMania and gets her moment, because honestly, if Liv loses WrestleMania, then what the heck is all this for? Honestly, in the end of the day, they've always said Liv's never had a WrestleMania moment.
Mm-hmm.
If she ends up winning the Chamber, she's winning that championship, whether people like it or not. And she's going to be a double champ. And all we're going to hear, everybody's going to shake their head that they're like, I'm crazy. But how many people are going to hate her because she's carrying two titles? The tag team and the championship title. Mark my words, I'm just saying. That's why I don't want Liv to win.
The IC title.
Exactly. Exactly.
Two broads with attitudes. There you go.
I suppose that's true, unless I have
I'm just saying.
Her first.
This is what's going to happen if Liv wins. She's going to end up winning WrestleMania, and everybody that hates Liv is going to be like, oh, now we have to hear her complain about, hey, this is the direction you guys are wanting, and that's not something I want. That's why I want Bianca to
win. So, two things. First of all, Mick Foley didn't have a WrestleMania moment until he went with Edge. And he got bloodied and speared through fire and lost that match, but it was still his moment. She don't need to win to have a WrestleMania moment.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, if she does win, and they do retain the tag titles, we can get a very Shawn Michaels, Jordan Grace photo shoot out of, or Mandy Rose photo out of Liv Morgan. I'm throwing it out there.
Here we go again. The whole
there we go again. That's right. Oh, every time.
Noah, did you think we'd spend almost 45 minutes talking about one match?
Considering who we got here in the bottom row, yes, actually.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Go ahead,
the
Emmanuel.
matches are going to take less than 10 minutes. I'm just going to be like, okay, here's the result. Does anyone agree or disagree? Except you two talking about your connections with two individuals with one match. We'll talk about that here in a moment. Amanda, I did see your hammer quick, so go ahead before we move into the next match.
Yeah, three points. Like to support Arine's theory, but at one point that we need to escape from. Like, remember, Bianca did give me Matt and Naomi for hugging Jordan Grace. She didn't like that at all. Second of all, Bianca's below the United States Championship. No offense. She's main card. So her sabotaging herself and costing herself the match and being the mastermind wouldn't hurt her at all. She didn't even take the pin, so it doesn't matter to her. Mm. And the third part, I disagree with her. We need to escape the Judgment Day. We finally got the end of the bloodline. We're not talking about the bloodline anymore. Anybody who's been stuck in the Judgment Day, they've been going downwards. It has not done any favors for them at all.
I completely disagree, bro.
Hear me out. Oh, the only people who have benefited the Judgment Day has been Dirty Dom and maybe Liv Morgan. That's
definitely Liv Morgan.
That's the only two people who have benefited. Ben Balor been taking pins and pins and pins. It has not benefited him at all. Carlito, same as he's just a background player. He hasn't done nothing.
He's just a body.
He's just a body. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then this JD McDonough of the like even though like he it has created TV time for him, I think like if it wasn't because of the association, he might have been released as well.
Hey, we shall not disparage he who cannot be here with his big ass head to defend himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I have 3 things that I have to say going back
Oh
on
my
that, so we can move on.
Okay.
Number
All
1,
right.
if JD McDonough does get released, he will have a lifetime employment at the Funko store in downtown Los Angeles.
Valid.
All he has to do is stand there.
Yes.
Number 2, Emmanuel. When Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase and became World Heavyweight Champion, was he on his own or was he a member of Judgment Day?
He was in his own. I feel like
No, he was a member of Judgment Day.
no, but that was the story. Like he was basically by himself.
He was a member of Judgment Day.
He celebrated the top of the ramp with everybody in Judgment Day after that
Yeah,
catch in.
He didn't lose the title until Finn screwed him, which is what got him out of Judgment Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
When Rhea defeated Charlotte, was she on her own or was she a member of Judgment Day?
She was by herself. If you
No,
remember
she
the
was
match,
in Judgment Day.
I know, but they were by themselves during the
Judgment
match.
Day
That's not the
has
question.
benefited-
Okay.
Judgment Day
question.
has benefited every member so far.
Except
Damian
Finn,
Priest,
honestly.
no, Finn has become a multi-time tag champion within the Judgment Day. At least twice with Priest and once with McFunko Pop.
Finn Balor should be world champion. He should have been world champion.
Okay, but he
nearly-
has achieved championship status within the group.
If you are your statement is everybody has benefited. Finn has not benefited. He has languished in that group. He has not been where he should be.
It depends on your definition of benefit. I would say, considering that he's achieved championship gold at least 3 times, that is a benefit. Because what was he doing before Judgment Day?
The same thing he's doing now, eating pins and looking like an idiot.
But with no championships. So
I
the
I
only
think-
person who truly has not benefited as of yet is Carlito,
and he was never supposed to. He's supposed to be the
Which is fine.
comedic relief.
which is fine. He's the comic relief. Absolutely.
Yes.
Our Truth as well. When he was there for the short time.
We
comic
all
relief.
benefited
And-
from Truth being part of it.
And while this is happening in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, our Truth is going to be in Toronto, Ontario, California. God damn it!
Oh Lord.
He
here we
posted
go.
that on his social media.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. God bless him.
If he's gonna be in Ontario on Saturday, we're gonna find our way out there. I'm gonna be in town anyway.
If for no other reason but to find out why the fuck he blocked Walter.
Right?
Our Truth blocked Walter.
Dude,
Okay.
Why would Truth
But
block
anyways.
anybody? What did you do?
But
I
Not a
don't know.
damn thing.
But my
That's
point
clear-
being is
clearly
that
not-
everybody in the faction except for Carlito has benefited. Finn has become a multi-time tag champion. Priest, multi-time tag champion, cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase, became World Heavyweight Champion.
Agreed.
Rhea, Women's Champion.
Yep.
Dominic, North American Champion for NXT. JD McDonough, Tag Champion.
Okay.
Everyone in that group has benefited in some way, shape, or form. Some may have benefited better than others, but everybody has benefited.
And that is your Judgment Day lesson for the day, courtesy of the Learning Tree, JJ Williams. Stay tuned for
Jesus
Monday
I
Christ.
have
night.
the learning tree.
So
All right, well, JJ, guess what? You get to lead this, so let's go ahead and learn your thoughts about Candice LeRae, because it's Tiffy Trishy time,
Oh,
shall we?
sweet baby Jesus. Here
Let's
we
go
go.
ahead and move into this
Oh,
match, shall we,
God.
folks? You're welcome, JJ. How's that for a segue? Jesus, you all are crazy. What is it predicting, folks? Anything but.
So in this match, we have 3 entertaining women and a purple-haired. I'm just going to leave it there.
I'm about to say, I'm
That
not
that
minding
is so emotionally void of character and charisma that the only reason she has a job is because Triple H has a hard-on for her husband. But I digress.
Okay, I triggered the Renegade a different way. But yes, folks, this is a women's tag match that is happening. Yes, this is the second match. One of the things we did for the first time whenever you're here with the Aminguses and JJ and Jeff, who basically take over. And I just am here for the ride. I'm just here for the moderated madness. And Walter, he's reliable too. But yes, Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus tying together. Trish is not retired, believe it or not. They're going up against Nia Jax, Candice LeRae. After after Tiffany cashed in on Nia, actually Trish did that. After Tiffany cashed in on Nia, became champion. 2 successful defenses, and LeRae's been her running mate. By the way, LeRae is still the speed champion, even if that doesn't matter. It's still a title, folks. Oh, I guess that makes anybody with a championship critical and successful too, based on the Judgment Day commentary. Anyway, we now have Trish Stratus in her hometown of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, teaming alongside the person that has to face Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Good luck, Tiffany. I think the result's obvious, but let's go ahead and get JJ's official prediction on this before we move on the quickest match ever predicted in Super Predicting history. JJ, your thoughts?
Look, Noah, at least the championships that the Judgment Day held were represented and defended on actual fucking television. Okay? So, I believe this is the only match. No, this isn't. Never mind. I was going to say, I believe this is the only match that my daughter and I agree on, but I am wrong. Tiffy Trishy time for the victory.
All right. See, that wasn't so hard, and it didn't take so long either. You didn't have to, give us a literal storyline on the history of Tiffy time that you followed.
No, but I drove Jeff to go get the alcohol bottle.
I kind of expected that, to be honest. Hey, it's after hours. Welcome to City Predicting. After dark. Oh, wait. It's always after dark. So there you go. And yes. Hi, Ash. Thanks for tuning in. Next time, you could be part of the fun, sober or drunk. I dare you. And thank you, Nathan, Johnny, Lance, for tuning in. And Safet, hashtag Twat Waffle. Okay. So for those that don't know.
Buy the t-shirt.
Jeff Meacham created.
Yeah, well, we need to get a t-shirt of an actual waffle. But instead of like Eggo, have it say twat in the middle of it.
Someone's going to freaking modify an Eggo box to say twat waffles because you said that. It's going to be blue waffle.
You don't have enough alcohol for this, Jeff?
We have gone down a very dark, dark place, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sorry.
And apologies to the woman in the room.
Arlene knows what she's dealing with.
I know she does, but still, I do hate sometimes to get this other level around her. So
she has a manual as a brother. She'll be okay.
This is fair.
And
I've stop booking Candace on pay-per-views. That's all.
I've seen anything and everything at a hospital. I've heard everything and seen everything too. So
this is valid.
She's at a hospital. You can't top the shit that she hears and sees.
Quite literally the shit.
Try.
I'm not going to get into the whole backstory here, but Daniel, let me just say it is personal.
Very personal.
This is not fan watching character.
No.
This is personal because you have to think where she started her career and where I live. And I'm just right there.
This is first name redacted. Legitimately disliking Candice.
LeRae.
Okay. No, not Lorraine. Candace, I forget what her maiden name was. But yeah, this is first name redacted. Disliking Candace.
So JJ agrees with my brother and what he put with the purple hair.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Aye. Well, you don't need to translate that into English or Spanish. I guess it just works any language.
And to Daniel's comment there, it wouldn't be the first time she fought dudes, and it wouldn't be the first time some dudes made her bleed.
This is also
legitimately you preverts at home. It was the Bucks and her and Joey. Knock it off.
Jeff, I learned last week from the learning tree exactly what this time is for people of the opposite gender. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, moving on. That being said,
that was everybody in that group, not just JJ, brother.
Yeah, well, anyone that watched that night. Anyway.
So since I made it quick and easy, are we going to do does anybody agree, disagree?
Yeah,
exactly.
Are we going to? You know what?
I was going to say, I do feel like we have to give this one to Jeff to speak just a little bit because Trish Stratus is his all-time favorite woman.
This, I suppose, is also true. So, and I'm sure he's going to say thank you, Trish, no matter what. So,
damn right.
Let's go ahead, Jeff. Give your thoughts solely on arguably the best to do it in WWE and the fact that she is back in action in her hometown.
In her hometown, baby. They could talk about the Queen returning at the Rumble all they want. They can promote the movie Queen of the Ring all they want. I do promote Hell Movie. That's a goddamn good movie. Everybody should go see that when it comes out nationwide next week.
Keep clap.
Fucking brilliant.
Although I
movie.
feel like Noah feels like he's already seen it with as many times as they advertise it on TNA Plus tonight, but that's a whole other story.
It
Right?
is. I got an advanced screening because of people. It is fucking phenomenal. Like, I can't recommend it enough. If I get to go to the premiere party in LA with Bria, Nikki, and Kay, what the hell's Kayla's real last name? Because it's not Braxton. She'll be hosting the event, but Bria and Nikki are going to be there. I think McFoley's going to be there for this one too. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Anyway,
And the New York one is going to be Trish and Lita.
Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, I think Mick's going to be the New York one since he lives closer to there. But I know he may come out here too. Mick where the hell he wants to. He's Mick fucking Foley. I don't care.
He'll be right here and insert down name here.
Hopefully, if he's there, bonus points. We can talk Santa. As far as this match, I'm always happy when Trish comes back, even when the promos in her heeldom were what they were last year. And I can't see her coming back to Toronto for a tag match when they're trying to further strap the rocket to Tiffany Stratton's already well-lit backside with the rocket that they're going to lose, right? So I definitely Trish and Tiffy will win. I'm still not backing with the whole Trishy time thing. It still bugs and the t-shirt, so it really bugs now. But
I want the shirt. I'm not going to lie.
yeah. So my only hope is that somehow, for JJ's sake, some way, Candice will piss Nia off, and she will take the bonsai drop from Nia.
Ooh.
Just so JJ can have that match, send him home even happier. Not just that they lost, but that Candice gets flattened like a pancake. A purple-haired puta pancake. There you go. Purple puta pancake. Buy the shirt. See it on JeffMeacherNetwork.com.
Purple puta pancake.
That's right. Triple P, baby. Anyway,
Kind of like the Triple B.
That
almost a good take. Almost a good take.
Of the night. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
And when you design the shirt, Jeff, and you design the waffle, put purple hair on the waffle.
Okay, so Trishy Tiffany
Wait, are they making a Harry Potter waffle? I'm asking a question.
I'm so glad I'm a French toast guy. Anyway.
Ooh la la.
I'm so glad you enjoyed the show. I'm so proud of myself today. Okay, anyway.
What am I surrounded by?
Freaking idiots.
And Jeff, just think, you almost just hung out in the chat room.
Well, no, I'm supposed to be cleaning this house up. My mother's going to kill me when she sees no, I've been partaking, but I've been drinking too.
Far more dirty than whatever the house condition is that you're living in, brother. So that being said, welcome folks to Superintending After Dark. I don't know when this is going to happen again, but are you not entertained? That being said, 2-0 in favor of Trishy Tiffany. Right. Oh my God. Does anyone dare to say they disagree before we move away from this? Hopefully, going twice, going good. Thank Christ. Okay, and I guess
I was waiting for Emmanuel to raise his hand just to fuck with you.
I would have took him off the screen if he did that. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
Arlene does have a comment though.
Go ahead, Arlene. What you gotta say real quick? Jesus.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I hope. I know a lot of people want Trish to get it just because she's in our hometown, but I really hope Tiffany gets it on Nia.
I agree.
Just because the way she does pretty good promos, and the fact that they're not letting her rip a good one on Jeff on your Charlotte Flair is just, to me it's just like I feel like she could own Charlotte, and I think the reason why they're not letting her do it is because Charlotte is not that great, Polly, of being able to rebuttal whatever Tiffy has to say. But that's all I wanted to comment on that.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to surprise everybody. I'm rooting for Tiffany in Vegas.
Wow.
I am. I'm here for it.
I'm going to say it here, and I'll probably say it on the Mania, simply predicting if Charlotte Flair wins, I am not watching SmackDown until she loses the title.
Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
Nope.
Come on.
Oh,
That's true. It's true. It has to
Because
happen.
it's exactly what turned me away from wrestling back in 2014. The same fucking people in the title picture getting 532 title victories and not giving people a fucking chance.
Okay.
How many matches has Charlotte Flair had since she returned? You can barely even count the Rumble as a match because it's a free-for-all. It's not a traditional match.
She also came out at like number 27 too.
So she hasn't even had a match since coming back, and you're just going to strap the fucking title back on her?
I'm agreeing with you.
I know, and I'm just telling you why I wouldn't watch SmackDown.
All right.
Because of shit like that.
Well, before this goes too far,
2.5 more hours to watch besides her segments.
well, I mean, but fuck up television with all the advertising aside, probably far less actual.
Okay, fine too.
SmackDown than that, if we're being honest here. But anyway, believe it or not, one person, I don't know if they're drunk or sober, they did pick Nia and Candice LeRae to win. So good luck to that brave soul. You don't
single them
I'm
out.
curious
Shame
who
them.
it is. Yeah, call them out. Say their name.
Do it.
Can't do that.
Do it.
No.
My birthday. Do
That
it.
sounds like TJS would do it.
No, fuck him anyway. No,
No, but he probably picked for Bailey to win the chamber, as obsessed as he is with her.
oh God.
Okay, this is getting a little bit out of hand. You just brought up that name, and that's just not right. Okay. Boy, I don't know what to even say after something like that.
No,
Great.
The next match.
Unsanctioned.
That's right.
Make a real quick comment then we could move on. Like, shame on you, Noah, thinking I could raise my hand and say the other opposite, but just to detain you, I gotta say, because Noah's gonna pick, I gotta defend that one person pick. Why
am I the bad guy? Why am I the bad guy here?
You're letting Noah's lack of outing somebody change a freaking gimme on a pick?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know if she's gonna say that.
I can just gonna entertain the idea. The reason why Nia and Candice might win, Charlie comes out, cost them the match, and then make her the biggest deal of them all. That one person could get that only point because everybody was a fool thinking
I'm not really signing
and Christy
He's out of line.
We giving
He's out of
Candice
line, but he's right.
we giving Candice way too much freaking airtime. Can we move on?
I'll just-
What's your trip with Candace over there in the left?
What's going on here? What's with the Candice hate from more
Well,
than one?
no, him, dude, he gets a pass forever. I was there. I
Yes,
saw
from
him.
more than one person. This is new.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I just wanted to say that Charlotte is. I think she's not 100%. I think that's why she
She's definitely
hasn't had a match.
No,
Definitely.
that's why she's
Because
wearing
if
a
you've noticed,
brace.
if you notice, people have been holding the ropes, and I don't think that's just a gimmick. I think she legit can't go over the rope because of her knee. Even when at Royal Rumble, she was favoring that knee. So I don't think she's 100%. That's why I don't think she should win the title either.
Which honestly is more infuriating to JJ's point. It's like if she's not ready, they shouldn't have rushed her into the title match. He's absolutely right on that. That's why I'm rooting for Tiffany. I don't think Charlotte should win. I think we're talking about WrestleMania for fuck's sake, but they wanted a marquee match, and it was Tiffany versus Charlotte was the marquee match people have been talking about. So they rushed her back. She's not ready. She may be ready by the 19th, but I don't think she's ready right now at all. I think you're 100% right.
I
Anyway.
agree. I agree. But again, that's a whole lot of other conversation. By the way, you all are wrong, but Brennan R, good luck. All right. So let's go ahead and move on here. He's a good dude. Let's go ahead and move on here to somebody that you claim is the victim, the good guy. Is there a bad guy? You tell me. Here's two of Canada's greats, and this is definitely going to be, because it's rare that he's here, I'm going to definitely let him start and then let his play-by-play guy take over next. I'm curious if they go both the same way or opposite way. JJ, Jeff, to start things off, let's go ahead and talk about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Insert number here. But this time, it's not even an official match. It's an unsanctioned fight. These two have already fought each other insert number here during their respective careers, back when they knew Kevin Steen and El Generico. Whatever happened to that guy, by the way, in the mask? I wonder. Anyway, literally, Stat Boy.
He'll be on commentary for this match.
I thought that was over like, I don't know, you know what? Maybe you're right. I don't know. I'll be in the green room. I don't know. Anyway, freaking hell. This match right here, this just feels like my WrestleMania type of match right here. These two could fight anywhere, anytime, at any stipulation. I'm like, take my money. I just got done watching NXT Rival and Payback and Battleground 2016. So what does that tell you? And again, Stat Boy, maybe you have too much time in your hands, but he literally looked at all the matches that these guys literally have had their entire WWE careers to actually give you a number of the one-on-ones or tags or zeros. We'd be here for insert time here, and I know we're avoiding that. So that being said, guys, simply put, package pile driver. Who gets hit with it? Do we get a little bit kick? Does somebody win with a father bomb, JJ? Do we see an RKO out of nowhere? Again, what the hell happens with the fact of the matter is WWE is not held liable for the well-being of either of these two athletes, knowing Kevin Owens still may not be 100% after the war he went through with Cody Rhodes. So let's go ahead and talk about this unsanctioned fight, shall we? And Jeff, going to start with you, then go to JJ, and then we'll see what the rest of the room thinks here too, because I'm curious if you both think the same way or a different way. Because we're talking about personal, there's a deeper tie with these two men, ladies and gentlemen, folks, than the person from the other match. Jeff, go ahead, start things off. What's your thoughts on this unsanctioned fight?
Well, first of all, I'm glad I'm not part of the league because I couldn't possibly give any like actual like statistically countable thoughts.
Right.
Pierce put out that post after he made the match, and I commented back to him on different platforms. I said I've been there a lot of the steps of the ways, be it in person watching these two or watching them on PLE or on TV between PWG, Ring of Honor, and WWE/NXT. Those 47 matches that Mikey had on there are not the only time these two have gone to wars in environments that they very well could both end up being carted out. I made no secret that I was not a Kevin Steen person when he was in PWG. We just clashed. I can't make myself understand it. I thought it was a lot of the same thing problem I had with Joey Ryan, but it turned out that Kevin didn't dislike me because he thought I was a Mark fan. I don't know why Kevin didn't like me, and I'm sure Kevin's changed. I've been a different person, so that's why I've softened up on him quite a bit. And I really wanted him to be the WWE champion after a Rumble. I thought it was a great way to bring the Winged Eagle back full time and make it happen. I also knew this was inevitable. I knew that Kevin and Sammy would again touch because they just make magic when they get together. But in the post, Pierce, I said, I've been along this step of the way. As a fan, I'm going to just let myself get involved in it because it's going to be an amazing spectacle. As an acquaintance of both, I'm going to pray neither one of them allow themselves to get hurt in an unsanctioned situation. I know it's all part of the show. There's magic to it and whatever, but these two guys tend to just cut loose when they're allowed to cut loose with each other. And I tend to agree with Lily here. I don't think we're going to get a clear-cut winner. I'm not saying we'll have another match at WrestleMania because they've done that now, one-on-one.
Yep.
Kevin and Sammy know how to beat the shit out of each other without beating the shit out of each other. That's exactly what's going to happen. So I don't think there's going to be a clear-cut winner. I'm standing by that. I think they're just going to beat the holy hype out of each other. But if we have to pick a winner for league's sake, I'm not in the league, but if I was, I would pick Sammy, only so we can get Randy's involvement at the end to lead to Randy and Kevin, because that is where I think it's going, is Randy versus Kevin. Randy owes Kevin a big fat RKO labeled receipt for what happened leading into the Rumble. I will say that of all the matches, and there's a lot of people on this show that I am either friends with or I like tremendously, this is the one I'm worried about the most, honestly, because I think that these guys having the big stage in Canada, which, everybody in Canada seems to adopt the entire country as their hometown. I blame the Hearts for that, by the way. Just do. That is what it is. But giving them an unsanctioned labeled free reign, it's going to be fun to watch. I will sit back and pray for both of them because it's going to, and I don't pray. I'm not a religious guy. Everybody knows that, but I will be hoping that somewhere something is watching over these guys because they're going to let themselves not give a shit and just going to beat the fuck out of each other. So officially Sammy wins.
Yeah, fair enough. Or Sammy survives. You be the judge. And I just realized I had this too. So again, it's very marginal. Again, that's WWE only, folks. And to Jeff's point, and JJ will further collab. PWG, ROH, insert promotion here. These are two of the greatest hardworking men out of Canada. Insert city or province here. Ash, I know. So again, the history tells itself what you can expect from these two men, even if you only know them from WWE. But it's so much more than that when you know so much more about them than just the WWE, like us three. Okay, JJ, go ahead and follow up your brother on that, because again, this is going to be so special. You and Jeff are going to be on call, and for the first as I can remember, I'm just going to be watching legitimately on my own behind the scenes, and I can't fucking wait for that. What do you guys say regarding this? And do you have the same aspect on the result? Go ahead.
Well, sometimes I wonder how you can even follow Jeff Meacham.
That's also fair, as much as I've come to know Jeff.
Because it's just like Walter coming after me or me coming after Walter. Like we're so on the same frequency a lot of the time.
Yeah.
That, this is the other one where my daughter and I agree. We both have Sammy also.
Oh, wow. Okay, good.
So all three of you.
Well, to be fair, she said Sammy, I guess.
She's still
so
a bit of trip over the, she's a bit of trip over the bloodline. So, yeah.
But, I mean, I think Jeff is 100% on point here. I think we get Randy at the end to get KO, to help get Sammy his victory, and to move on to the next chapter of Orton versus KO. Now, something I did want to bring up here is the fact that I have a slight issue with the package pile driver and its presentation on television.
Do tell.
Randy Orton took it. That motherfucker is still out.
Okay, I know you're going.
Cody and Sammy took it. They're back on TV. Cody's back within like 2 weeks. They only used it to write him off for the holidays. Sammy is in this match.
Yeah.
So either protect the fucking move or don't.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, that's my issue. Now, if they had kept Cody off of TV selling it, if Sammy wasn't going to have a match until Mania, okay, maybe. Maybe. Hell, you could have even just written that right there. Fatal 4-way for the championship, Cody defending against those guys because of the history there.
Yep.
But one guy is overselling the package pile driver, and two guys undersold it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the state of the business nowadays, though, unfortunately.
Well, the only justification I could possibly see, Jay, is that Orton was gone for a year and a half with a spinal injury, so that they could weave that into it. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not defending them. I'm just playing the devil's advocate. You know me.
I hear you, and that's a sound counterpoint there. But
see, the only one that has.
But no,
right.
Nobody is going to win this fucking match with a Blue Thunder Bomb because Blue Thunder Bombs don't win fucking matches.
I'm going to prove you wrong this
Sammy is going to win this with a Brain Buster.
Oh, yes. We need the Brain Buster.
What more poetic of a finish? KO put him out with the package pile driver. Let Sammy get the dub with the Brain Buster.
Yeah, and it's got to be on the apron like he did him with the power bomb at NXT to start it all. That's how it ends. on the apron with the old finisher.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it needs to end.
Gorilla.
Yep.
The only thing that you could hope to see during this is that both these men somehow have PWG on their attire when they come face to face in that ring.
God, they need to do it. Like, I know they're not going to be in California, but they have to do it.
California. Well, I mean, again, we'll see. And believe it or not, as we'll see right now, it's 3 saying Sammy, even with 1 saying ... I guess. I actually do agree with you on fake Sammy as well, but the majority of the 27, we're on the minority. They're actually going with KO on this, 56%, but still very marginal, 56 to 44%. So again, I think it is very partisan considering the history of these two men. Maybe we're calling Kevin Owens a victim with the whole Cody Rhodes thing. And now we got Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn here in Toronto at WrestleMania. You kind of got an idea where one man's path could go. You don't know where the other could go. So again, last year, Sami Zayn, he did the unthinkable. He beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, stopped that incredible longest reign in WWE history at 660 days with the brain bust, to your point. The first time he ever used that move in WWE. Does it take the same thing against somebody that knows him probably better than he knows himself in KO? We'll see.
He very rarely breaks it out unless he absolutely has to because he knows how devastating it can be. Gunther obviously needed to take it because Gunther was the unstoppable Intercontinental Champion. You said the ratio was on the predictions was 56 to 44. You said it was still narrow. Yep. I don't know. A lot wider margin in the presidential race.
You're not wrong.
So let's not get political.
That was just your number. Like I wasn't drinking political. I don't
numbers. What do they mean? All right. Well, does
anybody disagree with Sammy?
Yeah, does anyone have a say for KO? And we're only talking about KO, but not trying to go way further down to April because we're not there yet. And I was about to say, Arlene, I saw you, and then I think Walter had his hand up. So Arlene, go ahead.
Just what I was gonna say to JJ like about like Randy did have like Jeff said like his neck injury and everything like that, and I guess you can also use the excuse just saying that maybe when he did it to Randy Orton he actually like hurt him, like he did it with the intent of hurting him, while Cody and Sammy he still kind of has a soft spot for them, so maybe he didn't do it as hard as he did it to Randy.
Yeah, the other thing is he kind of just delivered. I mean, Cody gave him a couple, so Cody should have sold it longer, but Sammy only gave one out of frustration and just sat back and was shaking and shimming because he was still recovering from the Rumble. So again, there's a couple of, this previous injury, it was the other two were just in a moment of desperation and not methodically thinking that like he did with Randy. So
yeah, and again, he wasn't 100%. So like you said, the whole
full-on
impact, but still the fact that this was unsanctioned because again, WWE doesn't want this to happen, I think adds to the justification of the lengths that both men are going to go in this match. What you guys say, Walter?
Just to be different, I'm going with KO because you can still involve Randy. You could just do it after, like KO wins and then he's threatening to do the package power driver again to Sammy on some stairs or something, and then the I Hear Voices hits and he saves him, and then you still get to it. You don't necessarily have to lose the match to get Randy involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I was gonna go with Kevin, except like he's beating the shit out of Sammy, and that's when you get Randy to come in and try to help him. That was my thing too. And plus, I feel like Kevin Owens needs it a little bit more. He's been eating a lot of pins. For him to eat another pin, I feel like he needs it a little bit more and stuff. So, and then I feel like Kevin Owens is gonna run away, and then that's where Randy's gonna be like challenging him and kind of thing. So I feel like if Sammy wins, I feel like Kevin still wants to win over him. So I feel like that's not gonna. It's gonna lead to another match with him, and maybe that go to WrestleMania. That's why I kind of don't think that's the route they're gonna go for. I feel like Kevin has to win this so that you can just finish it right there instead of having Sammy win. Because I feel like if Kevin Owens loses, he's gonna be like, no, like he's still gonna go after him, and you kind of want him to steer away from Sammy if you want to go with him against Randy Orton.
And I'll bring this up more on Saturday when we're on commentary, Jay, but I love the fact that it was Pierce as the general manager that sent us down this path because of his connections to PWG. I thought that was a brilliant touch.
former PWG World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know that. Before he won the NWA Championship, he defeated the king of TNA for the PWG title.
Not a king until he's crowned. All right? Serious.
Hey, no.
Yes. Yeah, I know
You're
how.
not going to win this one, Noah. You've got 2 against you now.
Just move on, Noah.
Yeah, fine.
Move right along like Fozzie and Kermit.
I shall be a rebellion. I shall see the crowning of the king in person.
I shall concede for now, but I will abstain my judgment until proven wrong. Anyway,
Sunday morning, you can have it back.
Fine. Make it
Okay.
official. All right.
Easy like Sunday morning.
That's right.
All right, enough of the music references. Don't send me down a road that's going to irate me. What you got to say real quick, Emmanuel, before we move on here?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I picked nobody because it's in section. This match does not count. Give me that point, Noah.
You know
Moving
what?
on.
He's got a valid point there.
What? Damn, he actually does. I guess he does have a valid
If
point.
WWE doesn't count it, why should it count in the predictions league?
Yeah, I gotta check with Aaron Riff on that. I think you just justified Aaron Riff for moving this. Good point, Manuel. Thank you.
Anyways, but if I have to still have to pick, it makes more sense because guess who Sammy was talking backstage recently before this KO thing? Karrion Kross.
You know, that's valid too. I forgot he was involved in this.
But now he's
Even a little bit.
So yeah, but
So that makes me think Sami Zayn will win this, but by help by Randy Orton. Sami Zayn is not going to like it, saying he had it by himself. He didn't need Randy's help. WrestleMania, Randy Orton versus KO. KO wins Randy Orton by the help of Sami Zayn. They both hug it out. All is forgiven because he helped his best friend win the title. I mean, win against Randy Orton.
Something to revisit in a month.
Remember, besides this match is so much of a grudge. It's gonna bring a darker side to Sammy. In the end, no matter what, it's gonna bring a darker, more like you know what, Karrion Kross is right. I need to start thinking, like for myself and what's best for me.
Yeah, and Seth freaking Rollins also told Sammy, maybe it's time you help yourself. And here he is trying to help himself through a Rumble. Didn't work out, but maybe this is the one night he truly helps himself where it matters the most, in front of his family and friends.
You want him to go darker than Animal?
Yeah, it would really depend on how, and again, we're going past Saturday. It would really depend on where they want to take Sammy, because Sammy does work as a heel, but I think Sammy's best heel work was unfortunately contained in the pandemic bubble when he was Intercontinental Champion and the Master Motivator with Nakamura. And especially the way he came out of it with aligning with the Bloodline and then the big thing at the Rumble. I don't know if him going heel is the right way to go with him. And I've also been thinking, and I just remember this right now, I've been thinking they wrote this because I've been hearing that Sammy is looking to step away. And you figure he's got his wife now, he's got a little one. He's done everything he absolutely can do, I feel, within WWE. I would have bought Sami Zayn winning the title from Roman because it was in Montreal. You put that match anywhere else, I don't even have a glimmer of hope for him. I love Sammy. I've loved Sammy from the beginning. I just don't see him as a WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, his best chance was last year against Roman in the main event, in front of his family, in his hometown.
Yep.
And it was
This
against
event.
he lost. So,
Yeah, this event 2 years ago. I think him. I mean, yes, Sammy is still my official pick, but I would not be surprised if this is the way they write Sammy off. He gets to go home, literally at home.
Yeah, justifiably so.
Quick
All
ride to the hospital if he gets up enough.
Again, I don't know what the medical's like in Canada versus America, but
Better than sorry. Oh, you mean the location? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
damn it! Are we talking about premiums or are we talking about locations here? What's happening? All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on here to our last match, believe it or not. But I love the fact there actually is context to this. What the hell is this anymore? It's a podcast, and I love it. All right, well, let's go ahead and you talk about somebody that justifiably can be heel, or maybe should turn heel, maybe shouldn't turn heel. Well, I'm sure you could talk about some people that are heels and aren't heels in this, because let's go ahead and look at this match, because if this doesn't close the show, I actually will be shocked. But let's go ahead and talk about the men's Elimination Chamber. John Cena, CM Punk, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and the winner will face, I imagine, Cody Rhodes one-on-one at WrestleMania. And of course, all these men qualify with the exception of John Cena, who you haven't seen since the post-Royal Rumble scrum, to JJ's point. But we also know that, again, somebody else after this, if not before, he needs to make a deal, not with the devil, but something more powerful than the devil and the final boss. Talk more about that after this. All right, so you all know how this goes. 2 picks, primary, secondary. You also have to pick who is eliminated first. Again, thank you, Stat Boy Mikey, for these quick little stats. Of course, John Cena right now, the most recognized and also the most effective Royal Elimination Chamber winner, including starting and ending with it, even with the championship. Of course, now he's just desperate to get number 17 and break Ric Flair's WWE record. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with the craziest person on the panel and then work our way around. And Jeff, you will be the one to finish things out. So Arlene, it's on you. Your 2 picks and you're first to be eliminated. Go ahead.
Damn, I was hoping to go last.
No.
Damn, I have to follow Walter.
Yes, you did.
Well, I think, and I won't go too much into detail because then this is actually going to tie in with what I think is going to happen with Rock and Cody. So I'll save what I think
Just
is going to
focus on
happen.
this match.
Exactly. So I'm not going to go into detail. But I think the first person to get eliminated, based on that picture, because I'm thinking who could take the pin and who I'm thinking to win. So I feel like Damian Priest is going to be the first one to get out.
Oh.
Just because I don't see Logan Paul eating the pin. I feel like he's going to be one of the last ones, unfortunately, just because he has the fans hating him. And I think as long as he's in there, he's just creating that much hate because he's still in there. So I feel like they're going to leave him maybe at the last 3. So I don't see him taking the pin. And everybody else that I'm looking in there, I'm like, no, they all could be in the main event. Who do I not see in the main event? And I feel like they're trying to push us to get him to be there. I honestly don't think he's there. Even when he had the title, I thought if he was okay, is Damian Priest. Unfortunately, my second person that I think the second person I think is gonna win out of those people, logic wise, for me, I think it's gonna be CM Punk. Second, my
Okay.
first pick is gonna be Drew McIntyre. I
Okay.
don't see John Cena winning. And like I said, I don't want to go too much into detail because it kind of ties in with The Rock and Cody. So I have my reasons on why I don't think John Cena is gonna win this, and I'll leave it at that.
Well, I will say I respect you starting things off not saying the name that I thought was going to come out of the first person's mouth. So I must say I'm impressed. All right, so there's your starting ballot. Let's go ahead and see if Walter can match or surpass it. So Walter, it's on you. And as always, I like to break down what the people say in the predictions, the 27 of you. Not to add any fuel to the fire, Walter, but the man you can't see right now is the majority pick at 60% for the primary. Second up is CM Punk, 37 to 50 to you all do the math. You know the math, 63%. So Walter, it's on you. Your 2 picks and you're first to be eliminated. Good luck.
I agree with Arlene. Priest is the first to get eliminated.
Damn.
Although I wouldn't mind like after everyone's in the chamber if they all just beat the hell out of Logan together and just pin him first as a get the hell out of our face. That would be funny. That would be funny,
Yes.
and I figure they should do that. But but
The most
I
hated
go with
man in
CM
WWE.
Punk. I go with CM Punk as my primary and Drew McIntyre as my secondary. I don't think Cena win. I know the majority is going with Cena. I don't think Cena wins because I think Cena ends up selling his soul. But in order to make that work, he has to lose the chamber because then he's like, damn, I got no way to get the Mania. I have no other choice. Like it's like his back is against the wall and he's like, I can't do this anymore. This is my last run. Where do I turn? I don't got it anymore. You make him doubt himself, and then that's why he can go heel after because it was all out of self doubt. So I'll make it easy and shut up after that so JJ can go because I don't want to get in his head because we be on the
I see
same
him smiling.
wavelength so much.
I see him smiling already. So I think you've already burrowed your way in there. But simply put, and I can understand where you're coming from, desperate man do desperate things. Although one year he just sat as a fan, but he still got what he wanted, even if he regretted it. So again, you don't know. All right. Well, JJ, as I skip me, because again, I'm not going to say anything right now. Again, I talk about the primary. Secondary is more split across the chamber. They got the secondary still up there, CM Punk, but second enough, funny enough, is Drew McIntyre. So, what do you guys say regarding this? Knowing that CM Punk Drew McIntyre was one of the feuds of the year last year, Damian Priest was accomplished on for quite a period of time, got his moment at WrestleMania at the expense of Drew McIntyre, 5 minutes and 46 seconds. So, it's one of those things. Also, Seth freaking Rollins again. He's been at how many WrestleManias now? Insert number here. So, what do you think about the chamber, JJ? Your 2 picks and you're first to be eliminated.
All right.
And
So
Natalie, of course.
let me give Natalie first. Natalie says that the first
Please do.
person that will be eliminated is Logan Paul.
I love her.
This just shows what a personal bias a 16-year-old girl has, though. Her number 1 pick to win this is the Second City Saint, CM Punk. Her
Right,
number
people.
2 pick to win this is Damian Priest.
All right. Continue.
So I have seriously racked my brain back and forth about this match because I feel like there's so many people, more than half of the people in this match, I feel justifiably could sell their soul. The only 2 people I don't see selling their soul are Logan Paul and Damian Priest.
I agree.
The other 4 you can make strong cases for.
Don't be a lawyer for that either.
We were reminded on Raw by Cody Rhodes about Seth Rollins and the Authority. Seth Rollins turning his back on the Shield to become the face of a corporation. It's not exactly like it's above Seth to do it again. CM Punk, when he signed his WWE contract, did it in a suit and tie on the Ring of Honor Championship.
I recently watched that.
You know, Drew McIntyre signed a 5-year deal brokered by The Rock. And then there's John Cena, desperate for number 17. My pick to be the first one eliminated, and this is going to be a hot take here, and I've really been going back and forth with who I pick here, but I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre. Eliminated by Damian Priest to make up for the botched spot at the Rumble. It was between Priest and, believe it or not, I also was contemplating Cena for the first one to get eliminated because who's the biggest threat in the match? Like, I literally had it written in my head. One lucky punch into the GTS, into the Claymore, into the South of Heaven, into the Curb Stomp. 1, 2, 3.
The hell of a sequence, I'll tell you that much.
And just to add more fuel to the fire, let Logan Paul be the one to pin him. So we get that Logan Paul Cena match at Mania. You want a marquee match for Cena? There you go. But I digress. I'm going with Drew.
Okay.
My number 2 pick to win the Chamber is the Second City Saint. And my number 1 pick, Emmanuel's favorite wrestler, John Cena.
There it is. I was waiting for somebody to pick him as the primary.
I don't want him to win. But and we'll get more in depth when we get to the next part, but
yes.
So please let me go first there, because I have video evidence I want to show on that one. Okay, fine, Jeff, you can go first there.
I was going to say, I'm only going last. I was going to ask permission to hijack the spot and tell my story about Cody and Rock leading into my prediction for the Chamber. That's why. That's the only reason why.
Ah.
But I do have video I want to show for that segment. So.
Oh, definitely.
All right. So
and fair warning to the three of us in the top here whose channel this is going out on, we may have to trim it later, but damn it, we need the video footage here. So
if you're
go
here
ahead,
live,
Emmanuel.
folks, you're in for something special. So I thank you for that. But that being said, JJ, so John Cena, Drew McIntyre first eliminated, and your second again was CM Punk, huh?
Yep.
I feel like John Cena, CM Punk is on most people's minds at this point. Okay.
And rightfully so. But the reason why I'm going with Punk for second is he still has the favor.
That's true. So he might have another out. That I almost forgot about that, for being honest with you.
And I know nothing will convince Emmanuel for Cena to win. But if Cena wants me to get actually behind him on the call, Cena, Punk, start the Chamber. Cena, Punk, last two standing.
And to Ash's point, yeah, that's a night where all four of those men pretty much were trying to be the guy. So
that was part of my dissertation too, JJ. So good. I'm glad you started me down my path. Thank you.
Well, Dad's not always on wrestling. Great minds think alike. Classic proverb as old as time itself.
Call me Glinda. I started you down the yellow brick road.
Oh, here we go. And
does it make me alpha?
The filibuster. All right.
Define gravity. It's breaking underneath my ass. Anyway,
damn it. That's accurate. All right, Manuel. While you may not say John Cena to win, maybe you might say he's eliminated, but I'm just going to put this out there. You'll be crazy, Darlene, if you do, because believe it or not, folks, nobody picked John Cena to be eliminated first. The majority right now is Logan Paul for, I'm sure, reasons, and I can justify those reasons, respect. Second is Damian Priest, and third is Drew McIntyre for first eliminated, but not a single person said John Cena to be eliminated first. So this should be interesting. Emmanuel, it's on you. Your two picks. Who do you think gets eliminated first? Go ahead.
You say this for a reason, don't you? You think I'm going to say John Cena going to get eliminated first? Huh?
No. I'm just stat man. I'm just literally reading what people put in. I am not trying to encourage nothing.
Well, those people are wrong, because John Cena will get eliminated first. That's how much of a Cena hater I am. I don't
know,
want
Emmanuel, we know.
Because
oh my gosh,
it's true. Like that's how much of I hate Cena. I'd rather see him go first, and I'll be like, okay, thank God Triple H had some sense. Thank God there's a higher voice saying, even Rock saying, no, man, you need a championship, another championship reign. Unless there's a heel turn, then I'll probably go let's see where this goes. Let's see what Vince is not was not willing to do in the future. Um, for the winner, I'm going for um Drew McIntyre as my number one because that makes the most sense.
I
And my
disagree, but go ahead.
no, for me, it makes sense a little bit. Why I'd say Drew when we talk about the main event there. My number two pick, Seth Rollins will win is going to win the Chamber. But I guess, like I said, I gotta explain later why I feel that way. But it's gonna be interesting in the end.
All right. I can't believe he hates John Cena that much. He picked John Cena to be the first, and he's the only person to say that. Just put that out there. The only person to say that. Okay. Well, that being said, seemed pretty fair and tame there. Majority consensus, though, definitely sees CM Punk as one of the top candidates to be overall somehow the winner, despite the favor. And Lee's picked candidate, and unfortunately, it feels like is Seth freaking Rollins outside Emmanuel to that factor. So we'll see. Again, between CM Punk's favor, John Cena's desperation, and honestly, the whole Drew McIntyre debacle at the Royal Rumble and Logan Paul, it's kind of hard not to say CM Punk or John Cena in some capacity when it comes to your secondary and primary winners. So I'm pretty much just stuck at that point. As far as first, if Damian Priest is not at 100% per se after what happened on SmackDown, that's a vulnerability. It protects him in case he starts off here, tries to go the distance, and then everyone's least favorite person to be, Logan Paul, eliminates him. Maybe not even with a one lucky punch, maybe a chop block, a test leg. So again, I think Damian Priest is going to be the first eliminated. Sorry, Natalie. So there's mine. All right. Well, we had a lot of fun, a lot of talk on the latest edition of the Sleep Predicting Podcast. It's been some great fun. And believe it or not, for the first time since I can remember doing this, we're going to get into our main event. That is not a match, but very well could be a segment that leads to the biggest match at WrestleMania.
Jeff didn't give his thoughts on the men's chamber.
Ah, yes.
Because I'm going to talk about the segment as part of my prediction.
Okay.
So we're good.
Exactly. So that
wanted to
being
make
said,
sure. Just
Yeah,
wanted to make
I appreciate
I
that.
appreciate you, JJ. I try and keep up with everything. Communication is key, though, here, as always, folks, at Subaba Studios. All right, folks. Yes or no? Let your minds go. Let's talk about what we think is going to be our biggest talking point. Our main event. Will Cody Rhodes accept the final boss's offer, secure his family, his family's family, his family's children for generations to come, no longer grinding, clanging, and banging, but simply sold for life? Will Cody Rhodes accept the final boss's offer? After the very lucrative proposition by The Rock, Cody has been left at his own crossroads, where there is no turning back on whether he says yes or no. One ensures him for life. The other one, hey, Vince McMahon always said, cross the boss, you will endure hell. What can the final boss do when he's on the board on freaking TKO? All right. Let's go ahead and get this going, shall we?
I would just like to show, for the record, my heart monitor is blinking red because I'm ramped up. Like legitimately, I'm about to have a heart attack.
Tranquilo, mi hermano.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get you cooled down before you need a defibrillator. So go ahead, Jeff.
I know where they are at Disney, every single one of them.
I imagine.
So Cody Rhodes will not sell out to The Rock. That segment will start the show. As a result, I said this during the No DQ review. You start the show with that. You give everybody 2.5 hours to lose their goddamn minds on the internet. Quit blinking at me. I'm fine. Stop it.
JJ, I'm not sure.
It's legit vibrating me, telling me to calm the fuck down. It's hysterical. So yeah, give the internet wrestling me 2.5 hours to lose their damn mind over the course of this PLE. Main event is the men's chamber. I do unfortunately agree that Priest will be the first one out. It'll come down to John Cena and CM Punk, who will also be the first two, as JJ said. They will start it, and it will come down to them. John will win the chamber, earn his title opportunity. Cody will come out to congratulate his friend John Cena, shake his hand. The Rock will come out to further chastise Cody for making a poor decision. And then John will lay him out flat. And it'll be John, who is The Rock's champion. Also, the favor that CM Punk will call in as a result of losing in the final fall will not be a favor that Paul Heyman gets because of association with Roman Reigns. It'll be association with the entire family, including a director of the board named Dwayne Johnson. The Rock will have to sacrifice his own champion as Punk calls in the favor. John Cena, CM Punk will be for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. That's why I almost had a heart attack, because I think it's going to happen and it's going to blow everybody's fucking mind.
What the fuck?
That's why I wanted to say what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Complete what the fuck pivot. Punk wanted his main event match at WrestleMania. Who better than his greatest rival, arguably, in WWE?
All right. Eat your heart out, Money in the Bank. Well, dramatic revert, if you please. JJ, video evidence aside, it's on you, brother. Top that shit. Your thoughts?
I can't really top that shit. Because that's basically what I was going to say. Which is why I wanted to go first, because I had video evidence.
Oh, no. I'm an asshole. Sorry.
Well, hey, your best friend can only be that anymore, right?
Video boosting my points, never a bad thing, to be fair. So,
well,
Partisan crime.
for that, I'm going to take us back to June 27th, 2011.
oh,
Does anyone remember this? Do
You
have your attention
remember.
now?
you
Now
remember.
just listen to this little line that I have it queued up for.
He's a pretty good ass kisser.
Guess we'll find the answer out to that maybe on Saturday night.
Listen to the man. Damn it.
And CM Punk is going to enter the game as our Stone Cold.
Oh,
Much like the shirt that he's wearing in that segment.
What?
Rock is Vince. Cena is Rock. Punk is Austin. Blue collar, everyday man fighting the system. Just like he was in 2011.
That's some long-term storytelling. 14 years in the making.
Noah, the dads are back in sync. The end is nigh.
I don't know if it'll be Cena versus Punk at Mania.
Okay.
I think it may still be a triple threat.
Mm.
But pretty much everything else Jeff said, I'm 100% behind. It's going to be Cena that turns. Cena was so desperate in that press conference. Cena said on that microphone that I am giving my opponents a month to run their mouths and talk shit. Not a one of them has said a word.
Or the announcers.
Unless somebody says something tomorrow on SmackDown. Nobody has said a word. We are on some Dr. Dre and Eminem shit as everyone's forgot about Cena.
Yep.
And so Cena's going to do it. What did Cena want to do during that entire angle? Burn heel.
Yep.
Vince McMahon wouldn't allow it.
Nope.
Vince McMahon isn't in the picture anymore.
Nope.
Triple H is more willing to take that risk.
Yep.
The one reason I could see that they wouldn't do it is all the Last Stand merchandise that they're going to move. All the final year merchandise that they're not going to move.
They'll still move it.
They just won't move as much of it as they would if he was a babyface. They'll move it, but just not as much, not as quickly.
See, I disagree. The people want him to do this.
I agree. The people our age
Right.
him to do this.
Well, the people our age are the ones that are spending the money on our kids wanting to buy this shit. And if they don't want to buy it for themselves, I'll buy it for myself.
The little Jimmies of the world don't want this.
I kind of think back to when Bailey stripped away her hugger gimmick and cut the wavy flavor up for like tube man.
Yep.
Times 100 here if John Cena does this shit.
Dude, I was talking about it with Jay. I don't know if it was on the air or not, Jay. We were talking about this. It may have been off air. There is a theme song on that album ready to go.
Yep.
He
It
can
was the space, hustle, loyalty, respect.
and saunter to the ring to that shit with the championship over his shoulder and the Rock by his side. Not every week, because Rock's not going to be there every freaking week. But
No.
man, and I pointed this out during the review. Stone Cold Steve Austin came back from being away for over a year from that neck surgery. He wins the Royal Rumble. He's got a guaranteed opportunity. Most people figure Stone Cold's going to go in there and win the title from The Rock in Houston. But Stone Cold was so desperate on the thought that it might not happen. He did the one thing that nobody ever expected him to do. Align with not only Mr. McMahon, but align with the man who conspired to put him out in the first place. Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
The man that sat at that podium and didn't take questions and just said what he said had the look of a desperate man from my point of view. And this is not Stone Cold Steve Austin, who I've not even ever met in person. This is somebody I consider a friend. Sitting at this podium, and I looked in his eyes and I went, shit is about to get real. He will do whatever it takes this time.
The Rock told us he is 27 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
John Cena is that guy.
There is a reason The Rock was kissing Cody's ass at Raw on Netflix. There's a reason The Rock was being all smoochy poochy with everybody the next night. It's not Cody he really wants. He just wants us to think that's what he wants. Like you said, Jay, 27 steps ahead. And that 27 steps going to be taken over the prone body of the former WWE champion.
All I know is that John Cena shows up in a suit holding that championship after WrestleMania, and Cody Rhodes is gone MIA for a little while, comes back, dyes her hair black to face him at the first ever two-night SummerSlam. That's the money match you need right there on your overall night two main event.
And I would even go one further. John pulls on Cody what Vince and Batista pulled on him in 2010. John walked out of Saturday with the WWE Championship.
Yeah, John Cena knows all about that. He's been screwed twice from the chamber because of that. And one of them was why he was champion.
Both.
And
Rated R.
Came into one as the champion.
Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah.
But then got cashed in
right.
by
Yep.
And gentlemen, if you count OVW, WWE's minor league at the time, John Cena has 27 championships in the WWE system.
Damn.
That can't be a coincidence.
One-time OVW heavyweight champion. One-time OVW Southern Tag Team champion with Rico. 13-time WWE champion, so that's 15. 3-time World Heavyweight Champion, so that's 18. 2-time WWE Tag, so that's 20. 5-time US is 25. 2-time World Tag Team is 27.
Numbers don't lie.
The Rock just didn't arbitrarily pick that number.
Like you said, he's insert number steps ahead of us. The little red flags, the little just red herrings right there in front of you the whole time.
And JJ, who is his major movie and television partner? The Rock's.
$7.
Well, no, the partner, Disney.
Yeah.
Disney's famous for hidden Mickeys and Easter eggs all throughout their movies, right, Marvel?
I mean, you would know.
There are no coincidences, only convergences, as Double J says on his podcast, folks.
Another phrase we should start adding here.
I'm just saying it's going to be Cena. And there's also been a lot of talk around the internet that's been getting some traction. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre as a New World Order-esque faction. Hollywood Cena as the leader.
I'm okay with that.
The other three essentially being Hall, Nash, and Six.
I'm here for it.
He's old school. It's an old school revamp.
He's wearing an Outsiders t-shirt. I'm just saying.
Not coincidental.
Which we know Jeff is having a fucked up day if he's wearing NWO on a live stream, but that's a whole other story.
No, actually, I didn't even think about that today. I was trying to find a shirt to wear, and it happened to be. I actually had a pretty decent day. So,
okay.
But
usually we know that that's subliminal.
Yeah. It was a little choice today.
Well, Dominguez, it's on you with a very unique telling of what could be a Saturday night that breaks the internet worse than when CM Punk's pipe bomb hit the industry. So
me and Jeff just pulled a Shawn Michaels, said follow that.
I'm just saying. 11 minutes.
I can.
I'm just saying.
Damn, look, Arlene's ready to cook.
11 minutes into the standing and stream is going to be a happy birthday for me. I'll tell you what, one way or the other.
So
Arlene, go ahead.
So, who else knew that Rock was going to show up on Thursday asking for his soul? It's no coincidence that when it said February, what was the day? 20th or 21st?
21st.
21st.
That on the 21st, he shows a picture of him and The Rock shooting the whiskey thingy. And what day does The Rock choose to come back? That same day that he said he was going to come. I don't think that's no coincidence. Think about that, JJ.
Who was this?
Cody Rhodes put on his story on the days he was going to show up on SmackDown. One of those days, he showed himself with The Rock. The same day, Rock ends up showing up. This was going on Twitter. That Cody knew Rock was coming back that day. How did he know? I don't think it's by any coincidence whatsoever. He knew he was coming.
Yeah.
I think we all knew the final boss was coming. It's just a matter of when. Final boss engaged.
Yeah, but only he predicted what day he was going to come. That's why because he showed any other, he didn't show himself with any other wrestler except with The Rock. He showed himself with the fans and everything. So that's why I don't think it's a mere coincidence, because everybody even pointed out Cody knew before anyone else that Rock was going to come back that day.
That was Cena's Instagram.
I mean, CM Punk did the same thing. So, I mean, you can say the same thing for CM Punk turning to being the corporate. But here's the thing.
He-Man. Damn it, JJ.
John Cena, when he made that promo, he said, I always done what was best for business. No questions asked. He always did what he was told to do, right? He did the...
Yeah.
And he seemed to not like the fact that he had to do it. Even when, as he did his promo, I was like, that sounds like a heelish thing to say. There's only so many people that have ever said that they wanted to do what's best for business. Exactly, Jeff. So here's the thing. I don't think Cody's going to sell his soul here. I think they're going to make us believe that Rock is going to choose a corporate champion from this elimination chamber. They're going to make us believe that like when he goes and tells them, guess what? Here's my new corporate champ. This is why I don't think it's going to be CM Punk. I don't think it's going to be Seth Rollins. I don't think it's going to be John Cena. When I think corporate champion, I'm thinking for futures to come as building up a corporate champion. The reason why I say it not John Cena, because he says by December he's done. After this, there's no more matches. After this, he's going to be focusing on the bad. I've always thought that if John Cena were to win, that he was going to lose it to someone that's going to cash it in from the Money in the Bank winner and create a superstar that way if he was going to ever win the championship. So that's why I don't think John Cena is going to win, because he only has until December. And what type of title run is as a corporate champion, if that's the plan, going to have if he's only going to be there till December?
That's why I say he wins Saturday and loses it back at Mania.
Exactly. It's one of those things where you set up the corporate image, but you see how long it goes. Randy Orton, the Authority, he lost it to Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30. The Rock, corporate champion, lost it to Mick Foley twice, I believe. And then, of course, he turned his back on them and still became the People's Champion. It's not about the longevity, but it's about the progressive nature of the corporation in holding the power. And again, there's a lot you can do in a short span when you literally are on the board of TKO holding the WWE Championship hostage.
No, but see, I feel like if you're going to do a corporate storyline, you have to see it through. This is a storyline that we grew up with. And they've always repeat history when it comes to repeating what stuff that happened in the past and recreating it again. This is why I say it's not going to happen with anyone that's like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, all those people, like everybody that we suspect that it's going to be the corporate. I feel like it's not. That's why I think it's going to be Drew. He has more of I'll even throw this out there. I wouldn't even be surprised if they even picked Damian Priest to be that corporate champion.
That's a stretch.
But here, like I said, here we are. Drew and Damian Priest have more future in the WWE than everybody else there. If you're gonna throw the gimmick of having a corporate Dwayne Johnson interfering and be like, oh, here comes Dwayne again. What's he gonna do this time? Like, we're tired of this. Like, this is the frustration we went. We always had that Stone Cold person. I wouldn't be surprised if they build someone up and continue this storyline. With CM Punk, who knows how long he has. The same thing for Seth. All these people, you don't know how much time they have left. This is why, if you're going to do this type of storyline, this is where I would want it to go. So here's what I'm predicting. Let's say it's John Cena. John Cena's thinking, or let's say whoever it is, CM Punk. Those seem to be the two names that are being brought up. So I'll use those two. Let's say they think Dwayne is going to be like, they're going to be his corporate champion. I say you throw the curveball. You think that they're going to, like, there's no way Cody's going to win this. CM Punk and John Cena have to win this. Brock comes out, walks with the CM Punk or John Cena, because he's got to represent his corporate champion. You have to maneuver a way to have The Rock at WrestleMania. This is how you do it. He's walking with his corporate champion. That's why I think it's going to be Drew, because he's like a little manager for this corporate champion. Because like one of the people that we watch the podcast, Steven Larson, they brought up a good point. Like, if this is going to be corporate champion, Rock's not going to be here to like basically build him up. And I'm like, it's true. If I'm going to be supporting my corporate management, like I would like champion, I want to be a manager for them. I want to be the voice. Like, look at my corporate champion. Like look at it. Like, this is why I picked him. Like, giving his reasonings on why, not just because like, oh, he's a 17 champion. Like, these people have all these accolades. This is where I feel like they need to build someone for the future, So when Roman Reigns and all these other people go away, you built this other person up. This is why I think it should be a Drew or a Damien.
Okay.
You
I
have
can see that.
so you have Rock walk with CM Punk or John Cena, because that seems like I said, like the census. Rock sees that maybe his champion is struggling a little bit. Like Cody's not giving in too easily. So he tries to help win. And accidentally hit CM Punk and John Cena. Cody wins. Rock is laughing. And you're like, why is he laughing? This is where it's revealed that Cody and Rock have been working together this entire time, and that's when you turn him heel. And leave the WrestleMania people in Vegas shocked and stunned. And not only that, CM Punk and John Cena, because they're thinking, well, I thought we were working together. You betrayed me? Like, you made me think I was going to be your corporate champion, and you build a storyline based on that.
Okay, so she's trying to build Rock and Cody versus Cena and Punk, but she's also using Cody to be that guy that passes the torch, much like Roman Reigns did 4 years later. Still, maybe not too far-fetched. Again, with The Rock really dictating WWE more than Triple H with the pen and paper, there may be some truth. And when it comes to longevity, yeah, Punk, season. Seth freaking Rollins, season. John Cena, season. Logan Paul, barely there. He's not even 24/7 dedicated. But he might have the most public appeal when it comes to his viral outreach in this era of pop culture, JJ. So again, beyond the craziness with Arlene sometimes, as we love Arlene's crazy booking mentality, there is some truth that meets the eye. And to Charles' point, yeah, remember, Vince McMahon chose Drew McIntyre once as his chosen one. He became an Intercontinental Champion from that, and then he flopped, came back, and now he's been one of the biggest star players in WWE ever since. I did saw your hand, especially when Arlene was going off what she was trying to get to with the whole idea of Cody being the guy the whole time for The Rock at the expense of what others were thinking. So with that perspective in mind, before we go to Matt, see if you guys have any further thoughts, not involving John Cena, clearly, what do you have to say?
First of all, I forgot to throw out there, Natalie does think Cody is going to sell his soul.
Oh, wow.
Secondly, I believe Logan Paul has been on more television than The Rock or John Cena so far in 2025. So you put some respect on Logan Paul's name. Lastly, if Cena's going to do it, now is the time, because 3 Raws on their European tour he's going to be on.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
To kind of ramp up the storyline and the angle. And what better corporate person could there be than for him to get the spot and then be like, bye, bitches, I'm going back to do a movie again.
Right. He doesn't show up to SummerSlam, friggin' New York, the friggin' movie capital of the world, not named Los Angeles, California. Considering their national P, at least at this point, Backlash will be in Mexico. Don't know.
Maybe. That hasn't been made official yet.
Oh, it hasn't?
It's still just heavily speculated.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Because at this point,
don't believe everything you read on the internet, Noah.
I didn't believe it. I read the internet. I saw the graphic in our freaking chat. And I was like, wait, is that official? You know, I don't read jack shit.
It was not official. So
okay, well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And just a public service announcement, folks. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. You live better when you don't have notifications for all that bullshit. Thank you. That being said, we don't know any of the WPLE schedule between WrestleMania and the first ever 2-night SummerSlam in WWE history. Again, if they're going to sell 2 nights of the biggest party in the summer, God forbid everyone's wallets, they got to have something super huge to feed you going into it both nights, if not the end of night 2. So I understand where you're coming from, JJ. All right, well, let's get Emmanuel's thoughts here, Arlene, in case he has anything to say, and then we'll open it up to any closing.
He's giving it back to his sister.
Oh, isn't that nice? He pulled the trigger and gave it back to Arlene. Go ahead.
Well, and I was just saying, I was just gonna add that the reason why I also want Cody heel turn is because I want a Cody Rhodes to beat a baby face Roman Reigns, so they can feel what I felt when I was in LA when Cody lost.
You never
I
What
let
want them
what
that
to
is
light
it
feel
about
the
go.
what is it about
I want them
Arlene
to
wanting
feel the
those loved
disappointment.
characters to turn heel?
Yeah, I'm about to say she's crazy and she loves people going heel, and I guess that's the commonality. I guess what's this about you and those two things? I don't
Just
know.
because I
What's up
hated
with
the
that?
fans
Yeah,
when
thank you.
Roman won, the fans there, oh my God, I just couldn't. This is why I want him so bad to turn heel because I want to be like, now you know what we felt in LA. Having to spend that 4 hour trip home to Brawley was the lowest point of my my whole WrestleMania. Having to go 4 hours home, disappointed. I would be so happy
Uh,
to see Roman fans crying when they see Cody heel beat him. That would make me so happy just because I got the satisfaction that they had when they did it to me. That's all I had to say.
fair enough. Sometimes the internet, sometimes the world, sometimes people just love to watch the world burn, especially when it's the internet. So there you go. Emmanuel, you've been the only one quiet at this point. Is there anything you want to say regarding this, the video evidence, the cases presented by Jeff Meacham, J.J. Williams, and then the defending prosecution here, Arlene? Do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, like I was telling just my sister yesterday that the maybe the person who sells his soul is not even in the match to begin with. That's why I picked Drew. He goes again, getting screwed by the bloodline, and people are still gonna hate him regardlessly. Like I, there's a reason why Jay versus Gunther happening, and we all know it's predictable. Most likely, Jay's gonna win it. There's a 98% chance Jay's gonna win it.
98% chance.
I'll give you that 2% chance. Maybe we get the Booker T Triple H scenario that and Gunther as Triple H wins against Booker T, and not no, and you know how that people are gonna crap on it. Like, what's the point of pushing Jay Uso? but think of, but think about it. There's 2 nights now. There's 2 nights now. He could be main event one, main event two. After Cody's win, here comes The Rock saying, that's not the end of your night, Cody. Here comes Gunther, finding throwing Cody a hump that he has never done before in his career yet. Gets the main title, and Rock doesn't need to explain why he picked him. You know why he picked him. He's the longest intercontinental champion of all time.
I
He's
mean,
a
yeah.
he's
Oh,
a
it's out there.
businessman. He wears a suit and is willing to present no matter what country it is. He's the most dominant, impressive championship. And that way, you could build up, more stars that way. You could build up a major heel because let's face it, Drew already had a chance. That time has passed on. For him to be Rock's choice is kind of weird because then you'll be like thinking, why did Drew sell his soul to a bloodline member? Now he's being a hypocrite. Why he sold it? So my feeling is that like it has to be Gunther. That way we've been people have been capping on his first reign that it has not been impressive. Now you have time to actually make it impressive, make it legit, and hopefully this time it sticks, and hopefully you make it more matches that that is intriguing, that you go like, wow, like maybe like the Rock is right, like he is the because other than that, like John Cena as a heel, like people are gonna cheer for it either way, as a babyface or heel.
Most
And
polarizing superstar in WWE history.
yeah, and it's one of those things like, are you really gonna send that message like it's okay to boo, like cheer the bad guy? Like I don't know, like it's kind of like a wishy-washy type of momentum. Drew is too predictable. Like I said, he needs to be carrying this title, and like because you don't want to Rock look, like an idiot and make him lose right away. And he's been losing a lot lately, and I'm not sure if that's a good, like then we could have another another heel run that he can't win until unless he gets help. Like it's
Again, it's all about what you do during the moment
yeah,
versus what happens. But I do like the fact that you're trying to let's think about this. I do like the fact that you're trying to figure about maybe one championship being most important, which is already the case, or maybe trying to figure out transfer portal, LOL, how we go back to one actual championship and making the Royal Rumble main event obligation for the winner actually means something once again. But I think you're thinking way too far down a different way WWE thinking. That'd be like WWE canceling SmackDown,
Yeah.
only focusing with Raw on Netflix, which has become more better paced than SmackDown. So Gunther is going to be in his own lane because Gunther is one of the best professional wrestlers in WWE. There's a reason why he's been champion over 80% of his damn WWE career, because he is one of the best proficient, old school, throwback, hybrid athletes that is a professional wrestler in WWE in a world that is being redefined now by the biggest star in all of entertainment. Let's just call it what it is. But I do love the fact that we are thinking about John Cena going heel, winning 17, holding it for a period, and it leaning towards maybe the next it guy in WWE that could equal eventually Roman Reigns. Whether it's surpass him or not, I don't know. And again, Roman Reigns right now is MIA. We're talking about Roman. He's nowhere to be found. He hasn't been heard. He's been more of freaking absent than John Cena. Everyone's talking about John Cena heel, John Cena. No one's talking about Roman Reigns at this point, which I think also has drove people, including Virtue, up a wall, because we have no idea if Roman Reigns is going to be involved in the main event of WrestleMania, which is crazy in itself, considering he's been involved in the main event since insert number here, outside freaking 35 and 36. So again, I think that's also other things to consider. So I just want to put that out there, because I was thinking we're going to get Roman and Seth. Punk gets in the favor. Roman, Seth, or Punk. That's the triple threat night one. That person challenges for the title because no one's bigger than Roman. CM Punk is his WrestleMania main event moment. You got Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. He's beat with LA Knight. Might turn out exhibition. But because of that tensity with Damian Priest, if Priest is cleared, maybe it's Priest and McIntyre. And McIntyre still has a WrestleMania moment like he got last year, just not involved in a championship. Then you got, like I said, pretty much Logan Paul at this point. He's beating with AJ Styles. I'm sensing AJ versus Braun versus Logan Intercontinental Championship at this point. And Dom might be thrown in there just because Dom.
See, that I'm okay with. I'm okay with the multi-man for the Intercontinental or U.S. Championships. I'm just not, even now with some of the great triple threats we've had for world titles. That's still not my brand of whiskey. My brand of whiskey I should write down here.
I'm
Yeah.
still drinking.
Yeah.
I get you. I'm still drinking out of Code Red. And I've told this to Jada, who I'm going to give it to next because I do see as can. I believe the biggest storyline or hashtag biggest championship, let's call it this, WWE Championship, biggest championship in WWE, should be represented in the main event, in the most important match, in one-on-one.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
even if it leads to something else, that should be the biggest thing you end WrestleMania with, because that's the damn most important thing in WWE. Period.
Yep.
Jay, what you got to say real quick? Go ahead.
I could be wrong. The room here can correct me because I know you don't watch weekly. I believe Roman Reigns has been on the same amount of WWE television as John Cena has.
Considering neither of them have been on, since the Rumble.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
So you're saying that Roman is less than Cena? Is like they're on even playing field, sir.
Yep.
True, but I feel like John Cena is still probably more talking point right now than Roman Reigns, at least for us.
Their storyline direction has been vastly different. You talk about Roman and Seth. Roman still Seth's a piece of Seth's ass. At least it's going to go to Roman at WrestleMania. I still think that's going to be a thing. Whether it ends up being, I don't think Punk's favorite will be calling in a triple threat because I don't think he wants to involve anybody else in his bullshit with Seth.
Yeah,
I wouldn't blame him.
And the other thing I was going to say is I don't think Dom is going to be in the IC title match that you're proposing.
No,
I think it's going to be Dom versus Finn.
Oh yeah, that's building. That's happening. Yeah.
I've seen the segments. Thank you, Wrestling Conference, by the way, on YouTube, preventing me from.
Right.
Again, anytime I can avoid commercials, fuck television. YouTube is my friend.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's going to be Dom and Finn. And whoever the new member is going to help Dom win.
Wink,
Dom
wink,
has been
that's
wanting to add a new member to the Judgment Day, and Finn has been adamant that it's a no. Finn was supposed to help Dom with his business, and he did not.
He did not show up.
But the women got their business done.
Yep.
This is leading to more that Dom is going to be more favored than Finn.
Yep.
So from Adam Copeland to Mommy and Damian Priest to Finn Balor to Dominic Mysterio, a trade-off of the leadership of Judgment Day in record time versus Bullet Club.
And the new member will be JD's replacement head.
You guys are never going to leave JD alone when it comes to his head size, are you?
Come on!
Even an injury. We're always going to mock JD McDonough.
JD McDonough is like a Pez dispenser. You just tilt his head back and you can get candy out of it.
Shit.
And the candy is the common material making fun of his big goddamn head.
And I like the Irish Ace.
I do too. I love Jordan Devlin. Let me be clear in my statement.
All right.
There we go.
I never got to know Jordan Devlin.
I know
but I still like JD McDonough.
Bloody shame he didn't.
Yeah, Jordan Devlin freaking had a banger with Tyler Bate that got freaking Johnny Saint, William Regal, and Triple H to all stand and applaud afterwards from the freaking ballroom.
If there was ever a hope for the cruiserweight division going past where it did, it was in Jordan Devlin. Swear to God.
Accurate. Absolutely accurate. That being said, Emmanuel, I see
Poor man, he was trying so hard.
No, it's okay. Like letting you guys look. It's not that important of a question, but it's a hypothetical question. No, like I was thinking, brought the idea of touring as well. What if this is halfway to the show and Rock adds Cody into the chamber defending his title in the chamber match? Because he's not gonna like the answer when he says no.
I know Cody has connections with all 6 of these men, if we're being honest here, but I don't need another 7-man elimination chamber. There's a reason why that was a one-off, and adding the champion of all people on the night of, that's some Vince McMahon level bullshit booking right there, in my opinion. Yes, JJ.
But ...
If
we don't add a 7th man, what if we edge it and have The Rock take somebody out, possibly Priest, since we already say he's the one that really doesn't kind of fit in here, and The Rock inserts himself into the chamber, wins it, and goes to fight Cody.
I'm just curious.
After Cody turns him down and says no.
Yeah, that has to be a catch if it's in the middle of the show.
But you got to consider, guys, and we got to put this in perspective, and he kind of said this on that media call that we covered. The way that he's able to pivot a story without doing a match, considering his movie star as well. And let's also talk about insurance and stuff like that. And when was the last time he was in actual WrestleMania? Oh, that's right, WrestleMania last year. We don't know the in-ring conditioning of The Rock underneath a single capacity unless he's protected. And you're thinking about putting the final boss inside the Elimination Chamber?
Last person to enter.
Still, though, I don't know. It seems a little far-fetched for me to say Rock's in the Elimination Chamber. But then again, he's the final boss, so who am I to critique what the hell a man could do when he's literally on the damn board? Mm-hmm. Which is another thing.
And again, we're talking about a 7th man. Whoever wins the chamber wins it, and then we get a New Year's Revolution Vince McMahon style. No. The match isn't over yet. There's one more competitor in the chamber,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it's The Rock.
Yeah, that's
Rock bottom, people's elbow on the winner. Rock is now the number one contender.
Yep. That is a great again. I've been saying it. We've all been saying it. In the top tier here, we've been on the shenanigans. There are so many different roads to take. By the time we hit my actual birth time Saturday, we're going to know a lot more than we know right now.
And the internet's going to be ablaze in virtual arson.
George Harrison said it on his final studio album before he died. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
Yep.
Eventually, yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Arlene. You're being so patient, raising your hand.
Yeah, please do.
That was kind of like what I was referring to back like earlier on too. That a way you can also insert The Rock versus Cody is that you end with Rock and Cody saying no, and then that's when Rock gets mad and he's like, "Well, guess what? Just because you said no, guess who you're seeing WrestleMania?" Then now you have another night one, and you can have like The Rock and whoever won the Elimination Chamber, maybe face off because like the person that won the Elimination, I don't want a triple threat, but but I feel like the person that won the Elimination Chamber could be like, no, I won that spot. Well, if you want it, then Dwayne can do 2 nights because so that's another road that you could take.
I love that Ash put that comment because prior to Friday, that wasn't the case.
No, again, 18 minutes aside, that one line has turned this entire thing now upside down as far as what the hell is going to happen at WrestleMania concerning not just the WWE Championship, but Cody Rhodes in what will be 1 year that he has finished his story.
The beautiful part is it was still unpredictable before last Friday. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
but it was very like okay, like I don't know, but I'm curious. Now it's like okay, what were we gonna like? You're again, the heart rate monitor is going crazy. So yeah, it's unpredictable in a much better way than it was a week ago.
I just fear one thing in closing, because I know it's a podcast from that era, but we are in Canada. He does one of two things: something beyond the logo, or WWE has done its fair share of screw jobs in this country.
You are the lower third.
Yeah.
Just saying. I don't think this show is going to end on time, just simply put, and go straight into a scrum like usual.
Well, luckily it started early enough where we should have that little buffer between them and shenanigans.
Should.
Hopefully. Should.
And keyword should, but this is WWE we're talking about.
No, I'm telling. And if there is a break, they'll still have the scrum that we can dive into enough before we take the air. So
yeah,
it'll be okay.
It'd be fine. Everything will be fine. Yeah, what you guys say here before I think we finally reached a pretty good closing here on what could be literally the most talked about point so far on this road to WrestleMania.
I don't have anything else about this point. I did just want to go back to something Ash mentioned in the comments.
Go for it.
You know, traditionally we do super chats only, but I feel like since she sent $50 Canadian last week,
oh geez,
you know, kind of feel like we should address this one. She said, "What do you believe to be the direction for the women's mid-card titles? It's looking way too up in the air at the moment." Okay, so
I like that.
This is the first part is just personal bias, and I don't want to hear anybody say boo, get over it, not happening. It's just personal bias for me. I'm being flat out. Women's Intercontinental title, I know there's heavy speculation that it'll still be Lyra and Becky, but we haven't got Becky back on TV yet, so I'm not holding out hope. I want Lyra versus Natalya in Vegas.
Hell yeah, dude.
I want them to right the wrong of WrestleMania 9.
Yep.
Brett losing to Yoko just for Hogan to come in and fucking steal that spotlight.
Yep.
Have Natty defeat Lyra in Vegas. Right that wrong.
It'd be history.
Hell, let her announce on CBV show tomorrow live while they're there.
Yeah.
Make it happen, Chris.
The
Make it
US
happen.
title. The US title. I don't know. Like, I've kind of enjoyed this Chelsea Meechin program.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to pull the trigger and put the title on Mia Yim, then what the fuck are we doing at this point?
She has a match tomorrow.
I know.
So we'll see what Albert throws at her.
Piper
in Canada,
versus
so I
Chelsea.
think yeah, Chelsea versus Natty. I feel like because it's going to be in Canada, and so I feel
Wait,
like it's
there
going
you
to be Natty.
Natty
versus
is
Chelsea.
on Raw. Chelsea's on SmackDown.
Yeah, okay. I know
I
Brent's
mean,
with LL, but
she could, Brad, yeah, exactly, Brad. Brad, yeah.
Well,
I was about to say,
If the transfer portal is closed, let's try to give them a little bit of credit here, and the fact that they're not going to.
either that or
know.
it's going to be Trish, which wouldn't make sense because I feel like it has to be someone from Canada. Because otherwise, why would they make this match specifically in Canada? And those are the only
because
two I can
Chelsea
think
Green
of.
from Canada.
because Chelsea Green's Canadian, yeah.
Yeah,
she's
but I mean,
not
have
in the
another
Elimination
person from
Chamber.
Canada, another person from Canada to represent Canada. I'm just saying.
Look, okay, we're going to say Canada more than Ash actually lives in Canada and probably says that on a
blame
daily basis.
Canada.
And they're not copyright, so let's stop it. But to Ash's extra chat, again, thank you for that.
Yes.
Again, Lyra Valkyria, so much promise for her. And Chelsea Green has been tremendous in the presentation.
Say it right, Noah.
Really? You're going to go that
Yep,
far?
I am.
Always got.
You're the host. You got to say it right. You got to set the tone.
I love it, Pete. The things I do for friends.
Yep.
Chelsea Green has been an incredible representative than most politics right now on Capitol Hill when it comes to representing the United States, and should be involved in friggin' Toronto. If they're not going to do the host bullshit gimmick they used to do, they might as well give her something while she's back home representing our country up there in Canada. All right. And again, the mid cards. What's the mid cards? You got Ivy Nile challenging for the Canadian Championship against Lyra Valkyria, which should be a very good match. I think she's an incredible athlete.
I actually hope Ivy wins, but I don't think she's gonna.
That's a holdout. And then you got friggin' Chelsea Green versus Meecham number blank here. Get some fresh competition. Make the women's divisions matter again. I mean, seriously. Beat Fab challenged her previously one time. Okay, run that back, and Chelsea Green can just scuff her off and then get ready to face freaking Zaruka on Tuesday night. Bring someone from NXT. I don't give a shit anymore. Freaking Carmen Petrovic challenge Chelsea Green for the title. Open challenge. I don't care. Seriously.
Ellen Henley.
Okay, I actually like that because I like crazy chicks. That actually sounds pretty awesome. But again, Fatal Influence is still probably hell bent on going after the NXT championships. But yeah, the mid cards right now, it's just, or in a word from MJF, mid. In the highest sides of all cap letters of those three things. So
hence why it's the mid card. It's mid.
Yeah.
but it should matter a little bit to build somebody up to the next echelon, and they haven't done that. Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm so disappointed because we all theorized that the reason they held off Lyra and Dakota for the Raw after the premiere was to give it more showcase. Mm-hmm. I fucking forgot she was the Intercontinental Champion until Monday night. I completely forgot that was a thing. Whereas Chelsea's been showcased and had the whole bits and the skits. I remember Candice was the Speed Champion more than I remember Lyra was the Intercontinental Champion.
That's a damn crime to Lyra.
It's ridiculous, and it's a thing. Yes, I'm on Twitter a lot, so yes, I see the posts all the time. And Hunter made a big deal about Candice defending tomorrow or today, whatever it was. So it's ridiculous that they made this big stink about both shows getting mid-card women's championships, and only one of them is getting pushed, as Ralph Crennan say, to the moon. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and her name is Stephanie Vicker.
It's like Paul Heyman. That's valid. It's like Paul Heyman said, if you don't have, even I can agree about that. If you don't have a plan or a story, why add more championships? WWE's basically become the AEW problem with titles almost.
Dude, I went to go, when we started the year, I was going to do our year-end show, and I was going to do like, here's how we're starting the year with champions. I got tired. I literally wore out doing the WWE graphics. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. Just because I did many of them.
Too many titles. Yep.
Too many titles, period. Yeah, and the problem is there's too many titles in WWE, and there's too many similar style titles in AEW. So anyway, we're going off the rails. But
well, I mean, again, it was extra chat, and Ash, she deserves
Yeah.
it out there again.
No, she
what
does. She does.
provided
So
on-
as
so-
far as the programs, there's so much stuff they can do. I agree with JJ, and it's not just personal because she's a bud. Like she should have been the Intercontinental Champion in the first place. It's
Well,
for me.
yeah.
So
Well, yeah, locker room of the year for generations, and the biggest accolade is a couple of Guinness World Records for being eliminated from the Royal Rumble twice.
workhorse champion.
Heart.
There is nobody harder working on that roster than Natty. I'll die on that hill with a freaking maple leaf in my heart.
And I will agree with you on that. Ashley continues to train everybody across the business from the
Yep.
Heart Dungeon. In case you haven't seen it, folks. Anyway. All right, Manuel, what do you guys say real quick to Manny?
Yeah, just to answer her question. The problem was is that it was a great idea to make the lower card females get involved, but the problem is that they didn't develop their characters or make them feel like relevant. Like who do you have as a major heel as a woman in the Raw side that could contend against Lyra? Like
Ivy.
you just Ivy, and that's the problem. Like you need to develop more compelling
Sheena.
characters, but
Zoe Stark.
but you naming Shayna and Zoe Stark, but let's face it, like they're not there. They're not IC material, or they would have got to the final round, unfortunately, in that IC tournament. It's like it's great ideas, but it's like they're not there. Like I hate to bring the sex sells, but that's the problem. Like, and that's why JJ brought a good point. Like what's the point of bringing Julia and Stephanie if you go call them up? Those are great additions to Raw or SmackDown that they really need to develop because they really are struggling with the lower card act right now for the female side. There's not enough female legitimate, believable going. Yeah, that's a United States champion right there, or that's a great IC because I feel like Chelsea's gonna turn babyface and see where that goes and face Piper in the future because that's inevitable and that's going to happen eventually.
No. We don't break up Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. It's the best female duo right now since the Iconics in WWE. You don't break that up. That's a bad Emmanuel. No.
I know you weren't gonna like that, but the next thing is like maybe Raquel for the IC that we brought up to there earlier tonight. Like that'd be a great a power trip for Liv and Raquel to run the women's division, but like for me, I don't like the act of Liv, and I unfortunately I don't see the promising future for Raquel. I get what she's about, but I don't feel the charisma. Like she doesn't have the presence. But that's the problem with the women right now for the lower card is that we value the two women titles like right here and we see the lower card woman not succeed that well. And now that you bring that, it's gonna take years to even make it feel relevant and make it feel important. That's
maybe they span them across NXT like they do with Chelsea Green and Supergirl and Zarya. They make them a little bit more important. But I go back to Ryan's point to close this out. Equality does not equal equity. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that, Ash, so much for that extra chat. Always appreciate you. And again, folks, you want to take the conversation, super chat here in the Simple Labo Studio, /shenanigans, support my friends, PayPal the passions. It truly is as simple as that. And what has truly become, I'm just going to call it officially now, Super Dating is just a freaking podcast now, part of Simple Labo Studios at this point. And honestly, I've had the time of my life with these two gentlemen, Dominguez Assist, and of course, Walter as well. Appreciate him as always. By the way, Walter, again, the man, the hardest working man outside YouTube, of course, and also her in the hospital. He also said no to selling for Cody Rhodes. But again, he was falling asleep. So again, folks, subscribe to Rage of Wrestling. Don't do nothing else tonight. Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling. It's as simple as that. And WWE, I don't want to pull a political tripe here, but make mid-card women's divisions great again. Oh, wait, were they ever great to begin with? Maybe that I'm actually putting too much smoke in WWE's stack than I am. Anyway, sorry, did I say that out loud?
It's only smoke and mirrors.
You know, sometimes I miss that theme and that
I
virtual
do,
their entrance that he used to come out with before they turned into that rockin' version. But anyway.
Well, when we get to WrestleMania karaoke, I believe that'll be an option at one point. Now, maybe you'll get to sing that.
The only song you can expect me to sing, because it seems to be a tradition anymore, and it's actually nice and simple, is Bray Wyatt Live in Fear. All right?
Oh, no, sir. We're going to get you singing a lot more than that.
Yeah, right. Anyway, people are going to be...
Just look at who's in the bottom row. Look at who's in the bottom row. And Ash is over
I was
in the
good.
chat
It's
room.
mostly my brother now. I leave it up to the wheel. If the wheel is, you blame the wheel if it'll answer your name when it comes to me.
Don't speak, JJ. We still have WrestleMania merchandise and other stuff to buy. We might not donate as much. The people might have to donate for us.
Wow, we're pulling the curtain here really far back, folks. So much so that Jeff went into the dark. Anyway, all right, and yeah, hashtag WWE women deserve better. They might be better booked, but not in a overall capacity. Hell, look at the Royal Rumble and figure out, okay, let's go into a side chat. People want to hear more of this extra chat.
Welcome to this impromptu episode of the ATW View Impromptu.
No, we are not doing that tonight. Hell no. All right. Again, unless it's Super Chat or freaking PayPal Passion. I think we're finally going to go ahead and freaking get ready to close this thing up. Ash, don't do it. I appreciate it.
Just remember, she's already messaged me about having you rap Ice Cube for 90s karaoke, trying to find out the intricacies of how to make it happen.
Rap is so fucking whack. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and close this.
Rap may be whack. Rap may be whack, but you will have a good day come March.
We'll see about that. Yeah. Anyway. Again, the bane of my existence sometimes here. Ugh. All right, closing comments. Some people say my opinion, they should have one more match. No. Can't wait to see it. No comment. Let's freaking go. And I don't think that's an LFG plug. Someone said Cody Rhodes should have the final boss, claim his soul. The Rock's time has passed, or he should drop the Rock. Someone else said, let's go. And someone gave us 8.5 out of 10. So again, some positive and some unique comments and opinions throughout. But overall, the Elimination Chamber, the last up for WrestleMania, there's definitely going to be a moment to remember. Either an infamy or something in bright glory. We'll see soon enough. But again, folks, what are your final opinions, predictions on Elimination Chamber? What happens with the final boss? Do we find whoever's in Cody Rhodes' pocket? Is it that Rolex watch, per se? Again, we don't know. That never was also presented. Remember what The Rock said as I close you with this. Raw to WrestleMania last year. Don't break my heart again. Someone's heart, I think, it's about to be broken in Toronto this Saturday night. Just saying. But we'll find out then. Thank you all so much for tuning in and enjoying the conversation, reactions, engagements, fantasy booking, and some parts that went off the rails, as per usual, anytime I'm here with JJ and Jeff especially, which is always one of my greatest pleasures. Again, let's go around, tell where people can find us, and subscribe to Rage of Wrestling. And again, share your own stuff if you wish to too. But let's go ahead and find out what you all are up to and then get out of here. And I see that again. I have no ego, but there are some bright egos here. Just saying. Well, everyone's got an ego. It's just a matter of how big your ego is and if you're self-absorbed. Ethan. Anyway, Arlene, always a pleasure. Any closing remarks and where can people connect and find you? And again, keep doing up the good work. God bless you.
Just like a quick thing, just to answer Shadow Batesh thing. I think
you didn't answer that.
Yeah, it's okay. Just to answer her thing, I think us as fans, when it comes to women's championships here, I've gone to a couple where I feel like certain wrestlers don't get the reaction. I think us as fans, when women come out,
regardless who it is, we gotta pull them up, because if they're not getting the reactions they need, they're not gonna put them. And that's why a lot of people are like, well, they deserve better. But it's like, us as fans, we need to do better and support these women by cheering for them, standing up, letting them know that we care. Because otherwise, if we're just sitting down, because I mean, me and my brother can attest to this. Me and my brother are sometimes the only ones standing up. We don't care if we're screaming at the top of our lungs, screaming for these women, because it's completely dead. Like, we're trying to support these women. So for me, it's like, if we wanted the women of WWE to deserve better, regardless who it is, whether you like them or not, you can boo them. All I'm saying is get a reaction so that Triple H can see, okay, we're getting people to react to these women's matches again. Because if he continues to see people like just sitting there not reacting, he's not going to waste his time, maybe 15 minutes, putting a women's match when he knows that there's not going to be a reaction. I'm sorry to say. So us as fans, we need to start building these women up. And maybe they get that time, because now they see that we're more invested in it. When they go overseas, they get an amazing reaction. That's probably why they get the time that they deserve. But here, us as fans, I think we need to do better and support these women, whether we like them or not. You can boo them, you can cheer them, just so they can see that we want them to deserve more time. They deserve more time by getting this reaction, applauding as soon as the match is over, whether it was a good match or bad match. I'm just saying. But as for
I
me,
respect that. Yeah.
But as for me, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Like I said, it says right there, it's 51 days till me and my brother are gonna go WrestleMania both nights, night 1 and 2, and we will be going to NXT. So,
Lord, help your wallets.
So regardless of what happens, I'm excited, because this is something that as soon as we heard Vegas, we're like, if it's in Vegas, we're gonna go. We're good. And so I'm excited. So I'm excited to see what happens. Hopefully, it's a good card, because we don't want to get a bad card for the ticket prices that we paid for. That's all I had to say. So.
That's a fair analysis. Again, I hope that the end justifies the means, especially when it comes to your budget pre and post WrestleMania NXT weekend experience. So again, be safe, thank you, and good luck to you this Saturday. Manuel, anything you want to say in closing? Where can people connect with you?
I mean, like, I couldn't agree more with Irene's last comment with the women wrestlers. That's why I booed John Cena. If I really hated John Cena, I would step in my ass and not do anything. But I had to react, because that's bad me as a fan for me. I could hate the wrestler as much as I want, but it's okay. Like, people like him, like him. It's not my problem. But to reach me out, it's EDM7324. I have Facebook, Emmanuel Dominguez, one with a light blue shirt and one with the business suit. My business suit is my main account. Yes, like,
it's all business.
Yeah, it's also business. Like, I have my but nevertheless, like, I can't wait for WrestleMania season, and hopefully see you in the next prediction. NXT Roblox, or that's not a prediction?
No, that's a TV special. The next prediction will be AEW Revolution.
Okay.
But as far as
today.
but as far as WWE, I don't know. Again, there's going to be so many panels. I might just do, specialized panels. That was talking with you earlier. Because, yes, I will be, according to the predicting panels for both NXT Stand Deliver and WrestleMania. How WrestleMania is approached this year, no damn idea.
Feels like a pay-per-view for Roblox, though, right?
It does, though, to be fair. And, I mean, again, JJ, nicely done. So, again,
I feel bad for Noah the week of April 14th through the 20th.
Why would you say that?
Because we know we have a show on the 16th. We have 2 or 3 shows on the 17th. We've got 2 or 3 shows on the 18th. WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver on the 19th. WrestleMania on the 20th. Plus, in all that, you've got to do Simply Predicting for WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver, multiple panels.
I'll handle it. It all comes down to that passion that other people exhibit across all things wrestling. But there's definitely going to be a
No sleep for
I
no.
recently heard that song on Amazon Prime, but you know me, I'm a glutton for punch when it comes to all things wrestling, and it's the craziest week of the year, not in the first week of the year. So all I gotta say is just bring it, and we'll figure out the panels later and assign and book them as just. But they definitely won't be more than 5, I think, considering how much interest I know there will be just in the Simply Reliable family alone. Just saying. Again, talk about later. We'll figure out later. Well, thank you, Emmanuel. And that being said, JJ, while you talk about the schedule we got for WrestleMania week, you also, of course, has been very busy with the reboot of your YouTube channel. And, of course, continue being part of these watch-alongs. And I look forward to hearing you in the play-by-play seat. You and basically Jeff being the proverbial JR and Jerry. It's going to be something very special to hear and see. But in the meantime, that's Saturday. Let's go ahead and see what people can find you for the rest of the week. What you been up to? And again, always a pleasure. Where can people find you?
Well, I appreciate the plug for my channel, which has fizzled out again because the kids are now homeschooled. So trying to get filming done when the kids are being schooled from home is a pain in the ass. So
it is what it is. Priorities are our passions. Family's the biggest one, and family is forever. But
of
please
course,
continue.
of course,
And your channel still matters.
But you can find me on socials on the Instagram, Renegade JJ Williams, X and Blue Sky ROWJJ Williams, YouTube Casa D18 Studios. Thank you to everybody that is subscribed and watching right now.
Subscribe.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. You can usually find me hosting a space on the X app. Just talking random wrestling stuff because there's so much stuff and so many different opinions out there that I kind of engage with those people to see what I maybe want to bring to the shenanigans to discuss.
Nice.
I know one thing for sure we'll be discussing this Saturday is the Ryan Nemeth lawsuit. So make sure you tune in for that one. That's going to be a doozy.
Yeah.
Of course, that is the Saturday shenanigans immediately following the Elimination Chamber as we celebrate Jeff's birthday.
That's this guy.
That's a me.
It's a me, a Meacham.
8:11 p.m. will be the official. Okay, I'm 42. Let's get the fuck over and start the show.
But
shit.
You know,
Right.
we're gonna be celebrating his birthday, doing all kinds of cool stuff. Like I said, definitely gonna be discussing the Ryan Nemeth lawsuit, but
There will be a topic, JJ, where I actually agree with Tabs.
yeah, this is
Very
scary.
nice.
Taz, who also blocked him.
Well,
Our truth blocked Walter and Taz blocked Jeff. So you know.
Why are you all getting into stuff?
Yeah, I earned the fuck out of that block.
This is true.
I earned every bit of that shit, but even still, I agree with what he said on Twitter this week.
Yes. So there's that. And then, of course, tomorrow, Rock and Ropes, DJ will be hosting the space. He's also got participating in an interview with AJ Francis tomorrow on the space. I'm not exactly sure about the time. I believe it's 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, with Rock and Ropes starting at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Nice.
Then we've got, of course, our chamber coverage, which the chamber begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So we'll be going live either at 6 or 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. And prior to that, Noah and Walter have their top 10 matches for the month of February.
Yes.
The first of the month.
Curious to see what they're going to have there, and then they'll get a little bit of a reprieve before we enter the chaos of the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, a trifecta of content coming forward this Saturday. Curse about Studios. And again, Ash, always appreciate you. Thank you. And talk about subscribing. Go check out Ash's channel as she's getting back into content creating. Need the link. So subscribe to her today for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And who knows, maybe her might collab soon enough. Whether it's G1 Climax, the Best of Super Juniors that just got announced, and now I know when that's coming up in May. Yay. Or maybe we'll do simply predicting previews on the likes of Sakura Genesis or even the New Japan Cup finale. Because again, I'm New Japan Pro Wrestling, even though I'm a war dog. She's House of Torture, wrong group. And that rivalry will continue as long as New Japan exists with the Lion Mark, the king of sports streaming. But please subscribe to her YouTube channel today as well. And follow her on the socials. Appreciate you, Ash. All right. Well, thank you, JJ. Always a pleasure. Jeff, again, extremely fun having you back on City Predicting. I'm looking forward to it again, especially with WrestleMania weekend, because I know we're going to have a lot to talk about during that time, whether it's night 1 and night 2 in one panel, God help us, or night 1, night 2 in 2 separate panels. Lord help my sleep. With NXT Stand and Deliver, of course, being the first thing, because that's the first show at the daggone WWE WrestleMania weekend. Damn it. That matters to me. So, anyway, Jeff, always a pleasure. Where can people connect and find you?
You remember? You remember when we were to go back? You remember? Anyway,
Right?
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Pepperidge Farms remembers. No, Pepperidge Farms.
By the way,
Pepperidge Farms doesn't remember. He had diabetic coma from too many cookies. He don't remember shit. Anyway, accurate. All the socials, I don't have Twix on that particular graphic, but yeah, you can find me on Twix and Instagram _ Jeff Meacham. Everything else is just Jeff Meacham. I don't know why Blue Sky says Jeff Meacham, because actually Blue Sky I think is _ I think I put it that way on purpose. But anyway, just to make sure it was lined up with Twitter. But yeah, just tune in this weekend. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of content. I'm off clock for my birthday, which doesn't happen a whole lot when I'm employed. So I get to enjoy the shenanigans, I get to enjoy the chamber, I get to call Sammy and Kevin with JJ. But just remember one thing above all else. Cody, we're coming for your soul.
I understand that reference. Take it.
Your soul is mine.
It's a trap. Anyway, all right.
Definitely a trap. Hey, you can't use that. I work for the company that owns that.
You didn't have to say.
And I don't think you've ever even seen those movies.
Well, then he should.
I see Mythbusters, and I remember Adam Savage literally parodied that. I was like, "Where's that from?" Oh, he told me.
Okay, I like Adam Savage. I like Mythbusters because the other guy that was on that show was on Star Trek Continues. So
Jamie Heineman again.
No, Graham
Mahara.
Yeah. He played Sulu on a Star Trek parody series. No joke.
Really?
Yep. I'll show you later.
Oh, fair enough. The more I know. Yeah. Again, the original Mythbusters forever.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you, everybody. And again, thank you all for tuning in. I'm not about plugging me, but if you want me part predictions, you got to go to it. So find me on YouTube and the Twix at Inflaws9016 for all things wrestling. Shout out to W Fam. I will be doing an impromptu next week, Wednesday after Dynamite, whether me alone or the fam ties along. We'll see. We'll talk about this last month at All Things Wrestling and then probably bring it to a little Revolution like preview. But again, Sleepy Disney will be back next week, Thursday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for AEW Revolution, the kickoff to the Elite League. And also this Saturday, as my friends alluded to, it's a trifecta of content. Me and Walter, super reliable. We will be back, of course, with our next top 10, the top 10 matches of February, in our personal opinions. Although he has not watched nearly as much wrestling as me, I'm disappointed in you. So stay tuned for that. Then, of course, we'll be back here covering the Elimination Chamber. Start time yet to be fully determined. And then, of course, we have Birthday Shenanigans and the Side of Shenanigans hosted by the Rank Wrestling JJ Williams with birthday boy Jeff motherfucking Meacham. So stay tuned for that. And then Sunday, we rest. Unless you work, or go to church, or do something else. I don't judge. I'm just saying. Again, she's always working. She's saving lives. I'm just doing it because I'm an IT guy. But again, that's what happens when your life literally is surrounded by computers. At least they'll actually turn on. So, again, he wasn't here, but what? Who did that?
Winner, chicken dinner.
Can I have your attention, please? I have received a super chat from an anonymous Dominguez's. And I quote, "Who is your corporate champion if you were The Rock?" I'm pretty sure we broke that down verbatim and said the names. Now, who did this, I wonder?
I think he's asking outside of this angle, like if we had to pick somebody, who would we pick for our corporate champ?
Oh.
Riff Darrenson.
Oh my god!
I don't care. I said what I said.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just say it right now. Shoot, the guy had the rocket strapped to him with a Slim Jim on his ass. LA Knight. I think it'd be very interesting to see him be the guy. He's got that promo S delivery that channels a Rock. So yeah, I go with LA Knight just off the top of my head. JJ got a name to say. Well, I don't need to say. I think he absolutely pointed it out. A guy's making
Hell yeah, dude.
Like Cody Rhodes. I mean, again, the sky's the limit for absolute Ricky Saints. So again, we'll see what happens. Of course, WrestleMania being in New Orleans next year. Arlene, do you have a name real quick?
I was gonna say, like, if I was a Rock, I would just because really want him to get that push. I would say Carmelo Hayes.
I thought about Mello. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think his promo game is strong enough right now. His promo game kind of slack
that's why I
since
think
becoming the main roster.
That's why I think like maybe with The Rock helping him out with that promo skills and stuff, like he can get there. That's why like you want to build that star. That's why I kind of like when I think corporate champion, it's like you're building him to be the next WWE superstar, and I see that in Carmelo Hayes. So if he gets that mentorship from The Rock, I feel like he'll benefit it, and they will get them that rocket that I think he has in him to get him there. That's why
Rock
I say.
also said, see you on the main roster soon. I mean, I say I'll give the Page, who is also an established veteran that knows how to deliver a promo, 18 years of the business. I think he also could be a very key candidate. But again, big what if. This is not fancy booking, but it's still something to think about. Yes, JJ.
I am going to throw one more just because of my love for the women. Jada Parker.
Ooh, there you go.
That's an interesting one with a lot of attitude. So I'm sure Walter Cruz can appreciate that because you named one of his Mamacita. Speaking of which, again, he wasn't here during the shills, but again, he's still one of the hardest working men. So someone else can say it. Please subscribe. Go ahead.
Mamacita.
Oh.
Mamacita.
Okay.
God damn.
What the?
Morning, keep rocking everywhere.
He says it kind of high pitched, so I said it, Mamacita. He emphasizes on the tita part.
Keep rocking everywhere.
Okay.
I'm trying to do a Walter. I feel like he says it like
Walter,
that. So.
be proud of what you created, you fucking idiot. But yes, please subscribe today to Rage of Wrestling. Walter Cruz, get him to that milestone. Help him get to WrestleMania next year. If he gets to 300 subscribers, Lily said, and I quote, I will take care of your WrestleMania tickets. Also, they plan on...
he only has to get to 200.
Yeah, he still has to get to 200 first. He just broke the 100 mark. Congratulations. And also, of course, I believe he also has the Hot Wings challenge.
That's 300.
Yeah, that's 300.
If we get to 300, we're gonna get him WrestleMania tickets, and we'll buy security for Lola because she's gonna need it if he's there. So.
I mean, he'll storm that line to try and avoid that spinning back fist or walk right into it. Who knows? But please subscribe today to Rage of Wrestling, Walter Cruz. Subscribe, and stay tuned as me and him will level up content with gaming content coming here very, very soon. Again, subscribe to everybody here at the Super Reliable Studios. JJ, go ahead and say it. You haven't said it in a while.
The only reliable SRS in professional wrestling.
There it is. And again,
I was going to say one more thing real quick because I forgot to say it during my shills. Arlene,
ahead.
If you need to borrow my Chase U shirt since you're going to Stand and Deliver, let me know. That way you can represent the greatest university in history, Chase University.
I already told my brother he's gonna buy the shirt. I was like, I'm not buying no Chase U. I will buy a Stephanie Valkyra shirt though. So.
Hey, go to Temu. They've got the black Chase U shirt for like $10.
We need to get freaking Thea back on TV for us all our coffee.
Yeah,
I found one at $9, but I was telling her already we need to update our NXT. The last time we went to NXT was a house show in San Diego, and Bobby Roode was still there, and
Oscar was very called up.
Sean Spears was very called up for the Perfect 10 gimmick. That's all.
And Oscar was barely getting called up too. That's the last time we ever went to an NXT.
Glorious.
So I told my brother, I was like, if my friend I'm gonna ask my friend because she's gonna go with WrestleMania with us. If she's not gonna go to NXT, we're gonna splurge on some floor tickets because it's NXT. So I found some pretty good seats, kind of close to the walkway. So hopefully, we're
again.
We
got help you.
NXT to T-Mobile, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be good. That'll be a good setup. Absolutely.
NXT, SmackDown, and Raw.
Right. Right. Yeah. You get along the ramp. Actually, anywhere in that building is good for wrestling. If I'm being real, but yeah, it's a good. It'll be a good setup when you guys go. I'm low key jelly, but I just started the new job, so it is what it is.
About to say Booker T, it'd be good. One of the only things he actually says with half a brain on commentary.
I have another corporate champion to close the show. Noah, ready for this? All right, here we go.
Go
Get
for
ready.
it.
Get ready to hit the end button because here it is. The corporate champion. Since people were so happy to see his best buddy at the Raw premiere, Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake.
Good night, everybody.
I'm about to say Goldberg, but all right.
Make a
I'll take
positive
DK
draft in
I'll
life.
take DK over Goldberg.
Oh,
Virgil.
Oh
we
my
got-
God, my brother said he
Okay,
would face
okay. This
Clark
is
You
going
can't have
too
dead
far.
people
beat
being the
Gilbert.
champion. Wait a minute.
Wait. We're talking about these people being the corporate champion. Are you kidding me?
The bunny.
What's wrong with?
Yes,
Oh.
the bunny. The bunny should be the champion. we came
We
back
broke
on
Noah.
screen. Noah was
We
mad.
broke Noah.
Oh no! Those guys, hit the button! Somebody for the love of God, hit the button! Quickly!
I'm not in the producer's seat.
What
Oh,
did I tell you about bringing her up? Damn it! You son of a bitch! You swear on everything. Have a good night, folks. We'll see you next time on Silly Predicting.
He's coming for your
Bunny
soul.
hop, hop, hop.
No.
I swear I don't deserve this.
When's he gonna die for real?
I'm gonna friggin' boycott this channel at some point.
How long does it take to press the end button?
press the damn button? It should
It's still going though. I don't think you pressed it.
My mouth died. Damn it, no.
We can never end the show ever.
This is the show that
It
never ends.
It just goes on
I'm
and
just
on,
saying,
our
JJ,
friend.
if Thea turned heel, she would still be on NXT. We haven't heard from her since Chase, you died. It's all Andrew Chase's fault.
Okay, fine. I got the mouse working. You and Dad, shut up. Damn it.